The royal funeral draws ever closer. 5 days remain.
All ready then?
Oh, sweet, we finally changed back into our normal outfits.
From here on, we travel in secret. If we're to get back into the capital, we'll have to do it undetected. So we'll cut through the forest, find the abandoned mine shaft in the mountain, and take the tunnel to the other side.
That way they'll never see us coming, huh?
They'll never see us coming.
Lads, you'll be our vanguard. It'll be a trial by fire, but the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of, you were talking like you know something about it.
Next they're gonna say it's all going down now, huh?
Not much.
We should reach out to the
Just what I
truth.
picked up from missions in the early days. I've only heard it's a power found in those who walk a righteous path. Sounded like superstition to me, but everything's always clearer on the battlefield. Once I saw it in action, I could tell it was no fable. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me. Despite all my training and research, I never managed to master it myself.
Yeah, next time Gallic is gonna be like, oh, the enemy!
Huh. It really is something special, then.
Don't forget, one wrong move and I'll cut you down.
It's kind of interesting that, like, not counting Gallica, like, our first 2 party members are both male. Usually these games, they kind of balance the male and the female party members as they join you.
I'm aware.
I'm watching you.
Yes, I get it. Just trust me, all right?
Right. Let's check the map. This'll all be for nothing if we get lost.
This place.
They're called the Nord Mines, apparently. Going through them would put us near the capital, it seems.
That being the case,
This road should take us to Grand Trad.
All right.
We'll check for a way around. Next stop, Grand Trad. Like, when I started this game, right? Like, again, I've looked up nearly nothing about this game going into it. Because I already kind of intended to play it, because I know it's probably going to be good, because it comes to us from the makers of Persona. That being said, I was like, okay, well, I should go into it with a fresh mind, right? I shouldn't make comparisons to Persona everywhere we go, because that's just kind of like, I should let it be its own thing. But then the game itself is clearly not even trying to shy away from the fact that it's basically just Persona. Like, everything is so Persona. We have a Velvet Room, we have Personas, we have social links, the battle menu looks very similar. Like, I feel like they should have at least tried to make it a little bit different. Like, just kind of, you know, be like, hey, this is kind of its own thing. Like Shin Megami Tensei, right, does not have a lot of the mechanics that Persona does, which differentiates it, but not that I mind it, but it just feels a little silly.
This place here.
Especially since it's all the same things, but they gave them new names. It's not called a Velvet Room this time, it's called Academia. It's not called Social Link this time, it's called a whatchamacallit. Yeah, honestly, they should just call it Persona-ish at this point. The Nord Mines are full of complex paths. We can go through them to approach the capital undetected. We'll be going through the Nord Mines. Are you ready? You should hurry. Our focus is on making it to the royal capital.
the Nord Mines, located northwest of Grand.
And then we have these like Fire
It is
Emblem-like
resource-rich
sections.
with magma crystals.
Like the plot sounds very
Its
Fire
proximity to
Emblem-like.
the capital simplified crystal excavation, but the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure stopped work in its tracks. Exiting the forest, the party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
Mine's entrance should be just up ahead. Don't stray off the path. Yeah, exactly. It reminds me of like when the narrator tells you what you're doing in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. And they zoom out and they show you the map and they're like, well, since you can't traverse the map normally, we better show you where everything is in relationship to each other. Otherwise, you won't know where the heck you are geography-wise.
Huh?
What's the
What
matter?
happened?
I may be imagining it, but I can't help but feel we're being watched.
No.
This deep in the wilderness though? Couldn't be. Sorry, I'm just on edge.
Don't let your guard down.
Looking for an opening to escape? Don't forget I have my eye on you. Is that like your only personality trait, Grias? Stroll's just like, noble this, noble that, noble this. And then Grias is like, I got my eye on you. I'm watching you, pal. I'm watching you. A large bird is known as a corvo. It stalks its prey from the sky, then goes in for an ambush. So what now? Like, we need another addition to our list of problems. Maybe we can hide and wait it out. No, we need to keep moving. We're already low on time as it is, besides. Let me guess, you could move much faster if I died back there. You didn't need to keep an eye on me. Come on, have a little faith.
Let's go.
Should I? If you're truly worthy, then demonstrate it. We need to move. Don't fall behind. Birds! I can't use my... Oh, there's my fairy sense. Do I fight the wild beasts or do I fight the birds? Oh, this is not an actual choice. I got glue moss. Cool.
Stop!
Hold on, there's some wild dogs over there. Undos. The beasts punch in packs. Should they come at us together, we'd be overwhelmed if we're not careful. Can't give them the chance to surround us. We'll need to find a different path for now. Why do you hesitate, lad? It's just a pack of wild dogs. Barely worth a moment's worry for someone such as you. Of course. I'm powerful now. Good, you're starting to catch on. You can't let the fear paralyze you. First, take a good look at your foes. Consider, is this your first meeting or are you already familiar with them?
Got it?
Once you assess their strength, prepare your next move. If they're stronger, approach with caution. If they're weak, cut them down quickly. Now, size of that hundo, what do you make of it? It's weaker. Indeed, you slipped out of Death's grip of the Force, so this should be hardly a challenge. Press L2 to activate Phase Sight and identify an enemy's strength via their color. Lower level enemies will glow blue, enemies of the same level will be yellow, and higher ones will be red. Unknown enemies will be white. Well, if it's unknown, that doesn't really help me then. I mean, then I have to get into the fight and then get my butt kicked and then run away, right? When you level up to a point where you think you can overpower certain enemies, you can simply approach the enemy and see if their color has changed. When engaging a weaker foe, clear your mind and simply do what must be done. Put them to the sword. Weaker enemies can be defeated quickly with a simple square attack. In addition, being attacked on the field by a weaker enemy will not force you into a squad battle, though the protagonist will still take damage. You press L1 when a cursor is over an enemy, you'll lock onto that enemy. That enemy will always be in view, and you can easily close the distance.
Right.
This is kind of a weird... Like, they tried to put some action stuff into it, sort of, by the way the battle starts, but...
Give it a shot. We got it.
Hiya!
How's that? Let's push through. Come on. All right. How's that?
I got a sturdy straw.
Hold on.
And that's right, I got one more rule for you to keep in mind.
Got it?
Never drop your guard even against weaker foes. On the battlefield, fortunes can turn if you let up for even a moment. Should that happen, change your tactics and fight together as one. Stay calm and you'll be fine. Press triangle to initiate a squad battle against an enemy on the field. If you use triangle to initiate a squad battle on an enemy after depleting its break... This is just a review. Yeah, that's what it says. Survey the situation and use different methods to fight. Never stop looking for ways to seize up any tactical advantage. I think you guys are overcomplicating this. See enemy. Hit with sword. The end. Evaluate the enemies in your vicinity. Decide whether you'll dispatch them quickly or jump directly to a squad battle. Base sight will help you determine your battle approach.
I'm counting on you.
There's no replacement for a first-hand experience. Get comfortable with fighting before you reach Grand Trad. I need you to be sure you can defend yourself. I don't really like text-only tutorials. Luckily, this game hasn't thrown too many at me, but at once. It's just when they give you like a whole bunch of them at the same time. Oh, dang it! I thought Gallica stunned it for me. Ow!
I'll be getting a head start, thanks.
Enemy ambush squad battles. If you're attacked in a dungeon, you'll be forced into squad battle. I also don't like that they keep calling it a squad battle. It's just a battle with my party members. Sure, there's a squad, but can we just call them battles? Restart it by pressing L3. Press R2. Assist will automatically move the cursor to an enemy who has a weakness to a skill you have. I didn't learn any new tactics, right?
Come forth, royal soul.
Do I need to find their weaknesses? I guess I do.
Scour.
You're not weak to wind?
Well, that's about does
How come I'm still the only one that gets XP?
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
I mean, I guess you guys are kind of like... I was gonna say like Final Fantasy 16 party members, but they don't have health bars at all, like period, so...
Healing. That rhymes.
I guess I could heal myself. What do you guys do? Well, you guys don't even have any skills. Cringe.
Our usual tactics should work.
stop you.
Seeker. Wind.
Finish the job. Tougher than I thought. Oh, please.
Not good.
Focus.
Come on!
Take this.
Dang bird.
All right. Victory is ours.
We made short work of them.
Bouncy bark.
He found us. Get ready, everyone.
Good one.
Can't see.
Let's end this here.
This battle's ours. Let's go.
Stay calm, Marine.
Take this. I'll go
Marine
for
has
the
this.
kill. Sounds right, boy.
Your attack power's down.
A tough one.
Can't linger here. Let's move.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Like this dungeon is it's basically just a Persona dungeon. Like it's exactly the same. Oh, hello, random merchant. What are you buying?
What is it?
I haven't seen you around these, or you lot around these parts before. You won't be bandits now, would you? What are you talking about? Now that I get a better look at you, I'd say you aren't bandit material. Also, one of our dudes is still wearing his RB soldier uniform, I'm just saying. Guess I'm just on edge. I know it's funny to think so in a deserted place like this, but I feel like I'm being followed. What are you doing in such a remote place? Whoa, I'm not your enemy, friend. I'm just a peddler. I have a regular nearby, so I came for business, but the beasts are really bloodthirsty today, so I assumed a human appeared. For instance, have you heard about the human who appears from nowhere and wipes out entire towns? Terrifying, no? My apologies, didn't mean to sour the mood. Hey, would you lot be interested in buying something? You actually have a name. I feel like I should buy one revival medicine. Also, oh no, that's gonna cost like all my money. No. Oh, you found something worth selling? I can give you a good price. Plenty of stuff in these woods, lots of rubbish, but some materials too. You won't catch me scavenging for it today though.
Thank you.
I'll stay put until the beasts settle down some. You find something worth selling, well, you know where to find me.
Come on. We have the edge.
I'm fast, and we'll win
Stay
this.
calm, Marine.
Still up?
Take this.
There's no way I'm done that. I'll strive for greater heights.
Give me power!
Hopefully that's the last of them for a while.
All right. How's that? Okay.
Don't
Let's give this all you got. You're here? I think I'm getting used to this.
Be careful. There's more of them.
Let's push through. This is our chance. Forward.
At least the battles go by quickly, so I can't really complain about that.
Still up.
Reese has this
See the right move.
Only 2 enemies left. Stay sharp.
A tough one.
Take this. Stay focused.
Down.
Follow your example.
You don't have to say something after every single thing we do,
Here comes the
Gallica.
Only 1 left. Finish them off.
Still
We're
here?
clear.
She's trying so hard to be Fuka. There's 1 enemy left. Yeah, I can see that. You just attacked. Yes, I realize that. Thank you.
Careful. We've got company. Cat.
At least her voice is fine, which is fine.
Cat.
It's like I don't need the peanut gallery commentary all the time.
Hey,
All right. How's that? Cat.
Oh my god, yeah, Xenoblade 2 Chaos,
Come on. Let's do this.
where everyone's just shouting all the time.
Take this.
Come on, stop missing. It's a bird.
what
Dang it.
was that, Prius? Watch out! You're barely
She has a nerve to sass me when I miss my attack. Come on.
Seeker.
Take this.
You gotta aim better than that.
Don't be careless. Here I go.
Let's hurry on.
There are some enemies left.
Hey Fate, welcome to the stream.
All right. How's that? We have the edge. I'll give it my all.
In one fell swoop.
Take this. I'll go for the kill. Die hard.
Ooh, a crit.
The next one will fall just as easy.
Looks like we're safe for now.
You know, we know the real next party member. The real winner
This could be our chance.
is the opera singer singing the OST.
I think I'm getting used to this.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Hold on.
The air here has suddenly grown tense.
Got a moment?
Hey, what's going on? We've been surrounded. Even out here, it would seem the monsters are the least of our concerns. I know you can hear me, so show yourself. Would you rather we come at you? Darn, awfully sharp for an old goat, aren't you? Bastards lived long enough. Kill him, quick!
It's
Peril.
We must do this.
I've never fought soldiers before, but I won't waver.
Don't worry, you've taken down a human. You're fine.
Scour.
Oh, okay, just do stuff without me telling you
What
to.
is
Fine.
that? Never seen anything like it.
That's not an igniter!
Get ready.
Coming at us!
Press circle to guard, which consumes one turn icon. Guarding greatly decreases the damage your character takes and prevents any weaknesses from being exploited. This prevents the enemies from gaining turns too.
What's that? I think something's
Bracing.
coming.
Fine, I'll do what you say, tutorial.
Let's do this.
Utilizing formations effectively. During squad battles, your formation will affect the damage party members deliver and receive, depending on their position. Those in the front... Oh, we have a front row, back row situation here. Those in the front row deal more damage with melee attacks. Those in the back row deal less melee damage, but take less damage from enemies. During battle, you can change your formation by using up and down to move party members between rows.
To the rear guard. Charging in. Falling back. Forward.
Don't mind me. Oh, whoa, I gotta dodge back. Wait, I'm coming at you. Wait, out of the way.
Charging in.
I'm coming for you. Watch out, I gotta dodge back. Okay, we're coming.
Still up.
Get ready!
Watch out!
Giant tip up now.
Together!
Let's go.
Take this! Got no mercy for you!
Yeah, the enemies are just patiently watching as I do a little like hop step.
I think something's coming! Watch out!
Let's do this! Sight!
I'm gonna come at you. Whoa, I gotta dodge. Whoa, wait. Yeah, you can't get me now. I'm coming in. Wait, whoa!
Forward.
I'm coming in again.
What joke!
Focus!
Oh no, he did the same thing.
Got no mercy for you!
Just looks so silly.
Here they come! Tougher than I thought.
Still here?
These soldiers from the fort. They survived. No, that couldn't be. They're simply deserters, aren't they? That's not what I'm asking. How would they have already mobilized a pursuit? I don't know, but I think it's safe to say I'm the least of your worries at this point.
Let's hurry.
In any case, we should probably keep moving. Let's go.
All right.
Here we are. It looks so creepy. Well, I guess you did say it was abandoned. The Crown Theocracy ordered it so. I haven't been to this place in quite some time. I wouldn't call it having two dudes mobilizing a pursuit. Despite the royal decree, I can hear of miners risking it all to come to this place, seeking the riches left within. I'll happily trade some illegal miners for the armed detachment of soldiers pursuing us. Shall we hurry inside? You're not wrong there. Make preparations if you must, but be quick about it.
So,
Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far, but it hasn't like, I'm not like enthralled by it yet. I'm just like, hey, this is alright.
What is it?
We'll see as the story continues. Color me surprised, didn't think there'd be others with business at an abandoned mine. Why come here of all places? Is there someone you know inside? Just passing through. Ah, of course, indeed. This will be the shortest route to get to the other side of the mountain. Haven't you heard? This place was abandoned, but a few blokes stayed behind to do some less than legal mining. One of them's an old friend of mine. I sell the stones he digs out. But enough about that. Surely you met for a reason, so if there's something you need, allow me to accommodate you. Wait, this is the same guy. This area used to be a quite bustling little hub, but these days only the curious tend to get close. Of course, I made a fortune in those days. Now I'm lucky to get those at loose change. From the looks of it, the veins were far from depleted, so why did the Sanctus Church order the mine's closure?
Thank you.
If we're gonna keep finding this guy, how come it still just says young peddler?
Thank you.
And also, if he's a recurring character, he should have a portrait. Yeah, maybe it's just the Nurse Joy effect. I kind of like it when there's like a recurring merchant in a game, though, that you just happen to see everywhere, and they don't really explain how they're everywhere that you are. It's just kind of like, I don't know, strangely comedic. Like, Shadow Hearts does that a lot, and for some reason I just find it really charming. Last night's incident wiped out the fort's entire garrison. Surely they lack the manpower needed to search for deserters. Somehow, we've already being pursued. Regardless, due to the nature of our mission, it'd be best if they consider us dead. Let's push through this mine while we can. It wasn't just my imagination to think we were being followed this whole time. Like Ria said, something's off. When that human came out of nowhere, it wiped out all the soldiers to the last. Then again, maybe it didn't come out of nowhere. If that's the case, No, it couldn't be. Also, is this music still just like a... Is this music still just an effect of Gallica's magic? Is she like, let's put on some opera for you guys? I think this would suit the situation fine.
Wait a second.
There's probably a bunch of shady miners in there, right? Will we be safe around them? I like how... I don't know. I know when they say miners, they're talking about like people that are mining, but it sounds like they're just talking about like there's a bunch of children in there. Like there's a bunch of miners in that cave. You're not. Most of them are the same miners who worked here from before the closure. Besides, be against their best interest to cause a scene and risk the crown theocracy coming down in this place, right? Oh, sounds like they won't be a problem then. Are you ready?
Let's go.
If our pursuers catch up with us, there'll be a whole lot of mess or trouble I'd rather not deal with. Let's move with haste. Said quiet. Are you sure there's still people working here? That disquieting stillness you feel, those are your instincts alerting you to the bloodthirst in the air. Judging by the people who were after us before, then it's likely...
Stop! Don't move!
Halt, deserters!
Don't you dare move!
You're trapped like rats now. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully. As I thought, we walked right into an ambush. They've got us at a disadvantage, catching us in this narrow bulb neck. We need to turn back now. It's no use, the entrance is already barricaded with soldiers. Surrender immediately. You've got nowhere to run, and if you don't comply, the miners will pay the price for your insolence.
Wait.
This is a misunderstanding. We're not deserters. We were forced to retreat. We had no choice. A human. Oh yes, we're well aware of your predicament. That's exactly why we can't have any survivors. Our orders are to let no one escape. It appears we stepped into a whole damn conspiracy. We have no choice. We fight our way through. Here they come. Stop them here now. Take this. Oh my god, you guys are chumps.
So take it with you.
There's no one behind us. Oh. Fine. I like how Gria's just kind of faded into the nether there.
What are you doing?
Take this, you're not even worth a real battle.
Stop right there!
Bunch of chumps.
Look,
Over there, someone's collapsed.
Hey, are you alright?
I told you. I didn't see no deserters. Please. Don't kill me.
Life is gone from his eyes.
What?
Why?
To send a message, boy. Either we give ourselves up, or these innocents pay the price.
But the only one who could know we survived. And the only one who could send soldiers after us. Oh, come on, let's move. Stop right there! I can't believe this. What are you doing?
looks like we found them. I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while. Look! No way.
Gasp! The enemy! Just as I thought, it all makes sense now. It appears that we're expected.
I knew I'd find you here. You were the only one who never went up to the fort itself, after all. It couldn't have been anyone else.
Who would have thought 3 sorry stragglers would make it past a whole unit of assassins?
Yeah, you sent like level 1 assassins after us. Come on, dude.
Bastard. You never intended for anyone to survive. You knew the human would be there.
Naturally. You heard the reports. I only put more bait on the hook. I wasn't expecting that damn thing to be rampaging already.
You sent those soldiers to their deaths. Why?
Because the kingdom's guard is powerless before the humans, and only a pile of bodies will prove that to the public.
This guy looks like he'd be the type to have a palace that we'd have to go in and send him a calling card.
So someone wants the King's Guard disgraced. And when the people need him most, a savior rises as their shield. Is that your game?
Savior? Speak plain, boy. You think he's one of Luis's men?
A pitiful flock needs its shepherd. If a little blood is what it takes to show them who their real savior is, then that's a price easily paid.
That's why those sons and daughters died. For your savior.
They aren't the first. The soldiers cry for reinforcements, the villagers plead to be spared. But I know better than to confront a human.
A village? You refused. Wait, then you were the one who...
Oh, backstory drop time. Oh, he's gonna get his persona.
7 years ago. The first Flames Day of June, a village in the northern hills was razed to the ground. A village called Harlia.
Well, yes, that might have been a name.
Oh yeah, that might have been the name.
Then you made a fatal mistake, Klinger.
You left one survivor!
Stay back!
Help me!
Ugh. You played right into our hands, you know. This
fell
is
over
the
from
only
that.
road without checkpoints. A simple deduction.
You're a disgrace to your title. I may not make it out alive, but as for you, you're hopeless!
O thou who art seared with bitterness, O thou anguished traveler, it is time for thou to choose thy path. O
Give it to me, Igor.
whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
What?
What the? Oh, no! I can't fail Lord Luis. Without him, I've got nothing left. You struggle in vain. I won't let you rob me of my glory!
Is he gonna turn to a shadow?
Real world, little lordling!
Gonna turn to a human?
You call this real? Leaders abandon their people and the innocent die by their scorn.
If that's the real world,
Then it can die alongside you! My name is Leon Stroll de Halietus. My home and my family were taken from me. I am the last of my house. I am the last of my noble bloodline. And in the name of my people, I will strike you down where you stand!
Why does it look like he's talking into a microphone?
Come! I will show you a world with honor!
Peril!
what is this?
Hey Kieran, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for dropping by. Please go check out our friend Atalia Kieran. He's an amazing streamer. He's a professional voice actor. You might have heard his voice in anime and games like 7 Deadly Sins and Fire Emblem Heroes. He is my best friend and he's an amazing streamer with an awesome community. You should go check him out. He's also played through this demo as well, and he's currently playing through Resident Evil 4 for the first time, which is really exciting. So you gotta go check out Atalia Kieran. Please go follow him on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. He is amazing. Thank you so much for coming by. Did you have fun with Resident Evil 4 today? Did you get far? Hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm Kiro, the frog-themed martial artist. We are playing the demo for Metaphor ReFantazio, and we are 2.5 hours in, and it's been a time. Hope you guys are having a good evening or having a good time with Kieran. Feel free to sit back and relax, or go take care of yourself after your stream. I appreciate you being here. And welcome in, Starry. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend.
Wait, he's got power like yours now? Well, better show him how to use it.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll not cave to an empty threat like that! This igniter's all I need to turn you to ash! You lot, get to it! Cover me!
So he scampers off to protect himself, and his subordinates get to be his living shields. The man's showing his true colors. I'll fix the filthy coward with the end he deserves.
Pop that balloon.
The igniter's powerful, but it takes care and calculation to wield. If you sense danger, steel your defenses and endure it.
I like how their little scepters look just like harmless little like lollipops. Deals weak physical slash damage. Sure.
Hack and slash.
Oh!
They call it Vitus power. Scour.
Oh, you're dead.
Why do you struggle?
Yeah, whack him with your sword, Prius. You got this.
Struggle or you lie.
Are you prepared?
Get him, Jinpei. I mean, Stroll.
Die hard.
Take this! Die! Die!
No holding back! I'll cut you down!
You fools have no idea who your savior is!
Get him.
Die!
I should probably start guarding against the fire.
The freedom of a racing.
Take this! Die!
Ha! I guarded. You fool.
Warrior! Hack and slash!
Luis!
Ooh, nice crit. Ew, I got his clothes.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
What did I do? Strip him naked after?
Not bad at all.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
Okay, so now I can level up my party members.
Impossible!
Okay, bye. You're welcome.
Never expected a commissioned officer would end up a wild-eyed zealot.
How did I do all that? And without an igniter?
Just like him. Who are you two, really?
We are purse owners.
I'm Leon Stroll. Just a fallen noble from the countryside. Back there, Klinger mentioned a village that was raised by a human. They sent for help, but he abandoned them. Halia was its name. I'm the son of its lord. And now I know what really happened. We sent our fastest riders, but we were doomed from the start. If Luis was behind it, then that's all I need to know. He's the one who'll answer for it. I have my own reason to fight now. I don't want to be an ally of convenience alone, so once more, please Let me join your cause.
What do you say, Grius?
I see keeping an eye on you was too much trouble in the first place.
So you've no objections? What say you, friend?
Don't get ahead of yourself. I can be so mean. You're one of us.
Already one of us.
Would have been funny if like the third option was just like get lost.
Thank you. I'll remember this. Now, onward.
Oh, it's time for social link. We're doing the handshake. We're doing the handshake.
The proud noble, Stroll. Within him dwells the virtue of the warrior. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Yeah, nothing ever bad happens from shaking hands with people. We know this, right? Social link, go!
Together we stand.
Warrior archetype. Feel struck by inspiration. I found a new way to harness this power. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the warrior from Stroll.
Did you feel that just now? What's going on? Does it have something to do with that odd magic? Now that I think about it, once you awakened, isn't it weird that Stroll followed not long after? What does this mean?
Don't worry about it, Galaga. You wouldn't understand. Your hands are too small to shake my hand, so you just won't get it. You're not gonna get it.
Huh? Wait, what?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong.
Hey, where are we? What just happened?
Da Vinci?
Surprising indeed. Somehow you find yourself here once more.
Once more? I see what you did there.
And a fairy. I thought their kind long extinct. Do they yet take refuge in the Elden Sanctum?
Hey, you gonna talk to me or just at me?
We meet again, my friend. Though admittedly sooner than I'd expected. Remarkably, another has awakened. What miracle is this? Yes, that same power now stirs in your companion. Another of the mighty archetypes. Do you recall our discussion earlier about how archetypes are an original form of magic?
Not really. So sure, sort of.
Well, more or less.
Consider this. As an elder, you are an outcast of society, yes? Your very identity is a kind of destiny you may defy but not escape.
You're making a lot of assumptions about me, my friend. I mean, not my friend yet.
All mortals suffer under the weight of our burdens. But in facing and embracing that anxiety, you make it your innermost power. You find freedom.
I didn't think you were my therapist, but maybe this isn't actually a library. Maybe this is just a therapy office.
And so, the lives of those who overcome their hardships and embody the virtues within are passed down as heroic tales. Your companion, too, had his eyes open to his true path and claimed its virtue. That awakening is your doing, you know. He awakened to the archetype that protects you.
Okay, more. Before you keep going, are you gonna keep talking? Are you gonna keep talking? How long are you gonna talk for? Can I sit on the couch while I wait?
Hey, hold on a second. Who even are you? How much do you know? I'm warning you, if you mess with him, you're gonna have to go through me.
Ah, you two share quite a deep connection, don't you?
He always has more to say.
Well, we didn't always, but now we're partners to the end. We're linked down to the depths of our hearts. Right?
No. We don't even have a social link yet. Don't get ahead of yourself, girly. Sure,
Right.
Let's be nice.
We trust each other. I've got his back and he's got mine. And that's all there is to it.
The mystical fairy.
Oh no!
Within
It's happening.
her dwells the virtue of the mage.
I didn't even get a handshake this time.
Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I won't lead you astray. That's the whole reason I'm
Mage
here.
archetype.
Hey, wasn't that...
Fascinating. Do you understand what just happened? By connecting with others who have found their resolve, you awaken to new strength. And further, you and all your allies may fight with the strength of any archetype in your circle. As an example, your other companion, the fellow with the eye patch, he seems to have some training and knowledge regarding the wielding of an archetype. By his own account, nothing came of it. Yet if you so desire it, you can awaken the true power within him.
Maybe when Prius keeps saying, like, I think someone's watching us, he's actually just talking about more.
What? You mean Grius could use this power too?
Gasp! What? More! You just gave me some spoilers. How was I supposed to know that Prius was gonna get an archetype too? Dang it! Come on, this is a spoiler-free chat. Come on, man.
The nature of the Seeker. No. Perhaps it is simply your own nature. You truly are remarkable. If you seek answers, then go and claim them.
I don't know why I'm so sassy today during the stream. Maybe just because the dialogue is just so stilted in this game.
This right here.
What I'm about to show you is a lineage chart of the archetypes I've been researching. That said, there are many I've yet to see, so it's far from complete. Each of you has your own chart. You will use these charts in the setting. He's like, I've studied this for years. I'm an expert on archetypes. Here's my chart. It's not quite filled out yet. I haven't discovered all of them. I've only found 3. 3 out of like, what, 20?
Now then.
Firstly, let us consider the one-eyed warrior who yet bears no archetype. Open Grius' lineage chart, please. Why do I have his chart? He hasn't become my friend yet.
This here.
This is the chart that shows the power and connection of the archetypes. You can gain a new archetype by selecting one here and studying, quote-unquote, studying its powers. To study, you will need Magla, the source of all magic, but simply drawing for the Magla within yourself would put too much of a heavy burden on you. What this means is you'll need to gather Mag from your battles and other sources. Keep that in mind as you travel. Each character can study archetypes obtained throughout the story by selecting the corresponding icon on the tree. Studying archetypes consumes Mag, minuscule shards of Magla crystals. Once a character is studying an archetype, you can use the main menu to change their channeled archetype at no cost.
That means...
To learn is to change oneself, they say. Here you may achieve that through study the archetypes and their deepest secrets.
Now then.
Now I'd like you to choose an archetype from among these 3. Okay, so I'm the Seeker. Mage uses fire, ice, and electric magic. Excels at hitting weak points. Skilled in physical strength attacks with a sword. It cuts down foes with strong single target damage. Learns versatile skills including wind magic, single target healing. I feel like I should start with the Seeker just so I have like a healer and stuff.
I see.
Tarukaja, Tetra Break. So they're not even trying to mask. Okay, I thought that maybe because they changed like we have sick and day, that maybe they're trying to mask the fact that it's like a Shin Megami Tensei game, but they're like nah, not at all. Wait, this is for Grius, not for me, right? So I should let him be a warrior, I think. You can't fool me, Atlus. Oh, gross. He's putting on that captain's uniform we picked up off the dead body.
I see.
Wait, but... So this is giving him the skill. But his archetype doodad, man, looks like mine. So is this for me or is this for Grius? I thought this was for Grius.
I see. This right here.
Ah, this would be the archetype that young nobleman recently awakened to. The warrior's domain is physical offense, by the way, of a weighty greatsword. Few other archetypes can compete with this raw destructive power, yet the specialization comes at a cost. It has virtually no utility or support outside of hard hits. If your aim is to overwhelm the enemy with brute force, I'd say this is a fine archetype to do it with.
Alright.
500 mag is required to channel the warrior. Sure.
Sure.
Yes, he's earned my trust.
Of course.
I've only known him for one night. So be it. Following you and the young man called Stroll, another worthy wielder of the archetypes joins your ranks. From this sanctum, I shall speak to the heart of the man with the eye patch, Grius. Feel his resolve and let a new soul dwell. Wait, so me and Stroll get like cool cutscenes where we turn into our custom archetypes via like a cool background lore drop, and then Grius is just like, well, here, I'll just like telepathically just give him an archetype. Here, nya 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 nya. Okay, now he's a warrior. He looks very evil here. Hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength. If thou art ready to bear thyself and fight with all thine heart, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the warrior.
What did you say?
Grius is just like, what the heck is this? What's happening to my brain all of a sudden? This is the same magic I once strove for. I can't believe it's finally in my grasp.
I still have much to learn.
Fascinating.
You get one cutscene and you're gonna like it. That man with the eye patch should now have awoken to an archetype. Similarly, I can imbue you and that noble youth with a new archetype power. Feel free to experiment now and from here on. So I'm still Seeker. Oh, what's this one? Unknown. With more. I need 8,000 mag and Seeker rank 20. Oh, and then so you guys get like your own custom ones. And then poor Grius here has to slim pickings of whatever else we got. By talking to more in academia and studying archetypes, you'll be able to unlock and use new archetypes. You can gain useful strategic knowledge by attending Moore's lectures or reading books from... I don't want to attend his lectures. Some functions of the main menu are available. Archetypes that have been studied in academia can be swapped in town or dungeons at any time. Changing them to suit your needs is a good strategy. This is so many text tutorials. You can now check the status of your royal virtues, the qualities necessary in a king. Oh, it's almost like the game wants me to become king now. From the main menus, you can raise these virtues in many ways. So there are social stats.
What now?
Oh, finally, I get a cool menu. They're called my followers.
That's a good kitty.
Who's a good kitty? You don't usually see this kind of cat in the city, huh?
This cat, you see.
Cute, isn't he? I named him Plateau. He's the only solace I have as I'm confined here. Looks like Plateau wants to give me something. I am thou, thou art I. Thou has now awakened to the cat arcana. I obtained a hero's
That's a
incense.
good boy.
Looks like he's taking a shine to you. That's a valuable item, so do hold on to it.
Here, kitty.
Oh,
Look at his face. It's like he knows he's cute. scroll has shapes of a language I've never seen before. It must be some kind of formula. It says royal magic at the top. This is a formula for a rather complex spell. When mages devise such intricate magic, they commit the formula to scrolls in advance. Hold on, are you saying the king himself wrote this? Why would it be here of all places? I couldn't begin to tell you. Perhaps the previous king had his reasons for imprisoning me here after all. I'd love to decipher its contents, but it will take a good amount of time. It's written in a script I've never laid eyes on before. Before you go, there's just one thing. Would you mind taking a look at the very end of the scroll?
What's this?
This drawing.
Take a look.
Indeed, it's no more than a simple illustration, but do you not think it bears some resemblance to the Seeker archetype? Moreover, it bears a caption, and mysteriously enough, all the language therein, that is the one part I'm able to parse. It says, Will, likely the name of a person. What a coincidence, it happens to be your name. Unmistakably so, though I could not begin to tell you why I feel so certain. Person's name.
Hang on a second.
Well, that's certainly a mystery on top of an enigma. Makes me wonder what it says.
Adieu.
Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you share it with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you learn new truths. Yeah, Moore is Igor and the cat is the attendant. I don't know, the fact that the previous king imprisoned him here, and he's just like, yeah, I'm imprisoned here, but you can trust me, and here, I'll give you a bunch of powers. Surely, I'm not shady at all, because you've been conditioned to trust the person in the Velvet Room, right? Which may or may not be your undoing, like in certain games.
I've been waiting.
Lectures.
What would you care to know?
I don't really care about any of this.
Does this worry you?
You want to know about cats? Ah, about that cat in particular. I'm afraid he's a mystery to me too, dear as he is. When I woke in this place, he was already here.
That's a good boy.
But he eases my mind. Petting him helps this place feel less lonely. Indeed, I feel as if I've known him all my life, for whatever reason. Hey, Moore. Do you have a bathroom in here? What if this represents archetypes? It also looks like a merging of all the tribes. Moore would be like, ah yes, this was created by the famous scholar, Da Vinci. Have you heard of him? It seems to be about archetype tactics. Archetypes cannot realize their true potential on individual strength alone. Strategies must account for attack, support, recovery, teamwork, and formation. Naturally, optimal strategies require first grasping the fundamentals, yet some battles demand a team of singular specialization and boldness in planning. The most effective way to form your party is to consider the balance of attack, recovery, and assist skills in your archetypes. If you obtain information about enemies in advance, you can arrange archetypes, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't need this. No, I didn't mean to click that. No, I didn't mean to read it. These are all just tutorials. After squad battles ended, nearby enemies may show up as reinforcements to continue the fight. More reading than Umaneko. Oh, this is the exit.
My young friend, you are truly as remarkable as I first believed. Others fated to awaken to their own power will be naturally drawn to you.
Yeah, all these tutorials they somehow couldn't squeeze into the main game somehow, you know? They're all optional
to reach
now.
the lineage of power's greatest potential, you must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
They're like, we all know that you guys have played Persona. Let's not kid ourselves here. We'll just stack all these tutorials here.
After all, a hero without allies is nothing more than a lone dissenter. To save the many, you must learn to fight with the power of many. Only a champion of the people may awaken the power of heroes, and with it, seize a future of their own making.
Are you done talking?
When next you come to see me, I hope it shall be of your own volition. Open
Trust
my
me.
book, then let your imagination conjure this place anew, as vividly as you can make it. I'm sure that will be enough to reunite us. As long as you walk your path, I shall faithfully watch over you. May we meet again.
He has to be related to the king and the prince, right? Even looks kind of similar.
What? Where are we?
Every time I ask him to stop talking, the game just adds a new line of dialogue just for me.
You two all right there? Looked as if you were in some kind of trance.
Yeah, you've been standing there staring at a wall for like 2 hours. Are you okay?
Trance? Wait. Have we been here this whole time?
It was strange. As if I felt something in the air.
Yeah, I just felt this pounding in my head. Suddenly I could transform into a giant monster creature. It was real weird. Don't worry about it.
My senses sharpened near tenfold. It reminded me of my old days studying magic.
What? So that wasn't a dream. Grius, that's probably his power. You studied back at the Sanctum, right? I know you couldn't get the hang of it then, but I think we might have just awakened it.
I told them too about the term archetype and the gist of what I learned. What, you guys haven't played Persona before? I didn't really explain archetypes to you guys.
But that... Who are you people? The truth, if you would.
Okay, Grius, calm down, calm down. Have you ever played a game called Persona 5? No? What about 4? Have you played 4? What about 3? You know?
Look, in all honesty, we barely know any more than you do. But the short version is, well, I think you can use that power now.
I think you might be right. The way it feels is... Well, this is magic, eh? I'd all but given up on it, but... Fate had other plans, it seems.
Okay. Grius, okay, here, I got it. Have you played a game called Ghost Trick?
Enough. We must move on. There is far to go still.
Yeah, I thought so too. Gallica's wings look weird when they're moving. They should have, I agree, they should have just given her like a motion blur effect.
And lad, I follow your lead now, at least when it comes to how we use these skills in battle. We haven't the luxury of time to train with magic.
Same here. You've clearly got a sense for this, and I'd rather make myself useful than muddle your strategies.
Yeah, I'll give instructions to your allies. During battle, you can use R3 to engage in auto battle. Change up auto battle tactics, press L1.
We've 5 days until the funeral. That's precious little time, and we'd best not waste it.
Yeah, we gotta do it before the deadline, otherwise we don't send that calling card in time, you know. Yes, yeah, no more fire spamming. That I'm looking at you, Stroll. But there's more? Just let me fight something again.
What's up?
Moore's right there. You guys don't see him? You couldn't just make it a door or something? It has to be like a ghostly apparition of him? You couldn't make it the cat or something like that? That would have been cool. Moore? Is that a person? I see no one there. So no one else really sees him. Maybe we're the only ones who can go to that room. Oh, hello, my favorite character, Young Peddler. Boy, are you lot alright? Don't worry, I'm not stalking you.
Pardon?
I saw a dead miner and assumed there'd been some accident, but looking at it now, that's not the case at all. Are you okay? I'm still in one piece. I didn't run into any monsters neither.
Is that true?
How did you get in here unharmed? I'm certain the entrance and exit were sealed off by soldiers. This guy, this peddler, is the final boss. He's secretly able to bypass like all the enemies and destroy them, and he's none the wiser. And the fact that he doesn't have a portrait, they're trying to juke us out like they did in Persona 4. Soldiers? I didn't see anyone. Only one I saw was that pasty fella who looked like some kind of general. You mean Klinger, but we left him splayed out over there. What? He's gone. Wait, Klinger survived? After we stripped him naked? That must have been a sight to see.
Damn it.
Damn it, we must go after him. It'll be bad for us if he returns with reinforcements.
No.
Leave him be. He has no one else left, I'd wager. Probably no more clothes either. He was bluffing about sealing off the exits. On top of that, he failed to finish us off. He won't be able to return to Luis as anything but disgrace.
Sure.
You're right. Let's leave him be, at least for now. It's not like he can go back to the military either after what he said to us. I have no idea what this is all about, but I'm relieved. I was worried everyone would be dead in here. I'm gonna be around for a while, so if you need anything, you know who to ask. Yeah, nothing bad ever happens from letting the bosses get away. I mean, I was in a trance, staring at a wall, like the Blair Witcher, or the Blair Witch, like I was being Blair Witch, that's what I'm trying to say. What was your excuse, Grius? Stroll? You guys just let him get away. The protagonist in Gallica can see more in dungeons or towns. Interact with him, take a moment, read your novel, and transport to academia. Use the touchpad to see what level other players were at and what formations they used when they cleared the dungeon you're traveling. When selecting information to review, you can also change your private information to reflect on other players. Oh, that was so much like standing around and listening to exposition. Like, I think the thing I like about the Velvet Room is that, like, they introduce it to you, it's kind of mysterious, like, even if you've already played a Persona game, they just quickly, you go in, they're like, here's a Persona, here, this is a fusion, okay, bye, and then that's it, and then here it's like, let's try to explain every little thing without telling you everything at the same time, and it's just a lot of, like, extra bloat. I know it's a new IP, so they kind of have to do that, but I don't know, it's just kind of... You have the troops to secure the entrance and the exit. Thinking about it now, I should have seen right through his bluff. It was my duty to protect you in Gallica. I regret to admit my judgment is dulled, so I failed you both. Don't worry about it. Look at you all full-fledged. I suppose now I'm the one being told what to do when it comes to fighting. That is accurate. Time to rely on that power of yours. I'll leave you to lead the battle. We can get past this point. We'll soon find the road to Grand Trad. We can't be late for the royal funeral. Let's hurry. Damn it, we can't let Klinger get away. You won't get away. I know there's no time for relentless pursuit, but this doesn't sit well with me. Above all, our mission is our priority right now. We must reach Grand Trad before the royal funeral. Besides, if Luis was the mastermind behind this, there's only one thing for me to accomplish.
Definitely.
You must be assassinated. I'll do everything I can to make that happen. I'll continue to count on you. These minor blokes and I go way back. I've known them since before the mountain was closed. That's why I can't stand it, one of my mates being dead. We couldn't help him. It ain't your fault. Mining's dangerous to begin with, and they were doing it illegally. They all knew something like this might happen. I'm just guilty for helping them. I suppose things were destined to end this way. I should take the hint and close up shop. Yes, I decided. If I'm quitting, I might as well go out with a bang. Even my secret stash is on sale now. I'm even clearing out my stock of weapons and armor, typically reserved for just my regulars. Help me out and buy it. Oh, I get it. He's trying to trick me. He's trying to fake a sale so I buy more from him. Here's Burn. Deals 100 ice damage to one enemy. Maybe I should have made Grius a mage, just because I don't have a mage. I mean, these are increases, but do I really need it now? Probably not. I also don't have money. I don't have enough money to keep buying stuff. Buy cook it. They defied authority and mined illicitly. They were all prepared for something like this to happen. Fortunately, I have a bit of money left from what I've earned. Perhaps I'll start a legitimate trade with the rest of my mates.
Thank you.
Much obliged. You lot take care of yourselves, you hear? Don't be shy about restocking if you're running low on supplies. That was nearly it for me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry you got dragged into this. Most of the guard soldiers aren't unhinged maniacs, if that helps. Right, considering you're apologizing, I guess you aren't the bad guys. I can see why Klinger stooped to using hostages as bait. A worthless captain, but he certainly has an eye for new recruits. A surefire tactic against your like. I'm heartily ashamed. That aside, you're not passing through these caves, are you? You'd best turn back now, if so. Something nasty in the air lately, that the gelatinos is jiggling around in there. They're not just little jellies anymore, they're downright dangerous. Ooh, jelly enemies. Tried chasing them away, but a blade doesn't do much to them. Fire's their best shot, or getting someone with an igniter to blast them. Didn't used to be so many of them around. Now there's so many we might never clear them out. This place is a right monster's den these days. All I'm saying is, it's a long way to the other end of the mountain. No man can get through that unscathed.
Right.
King's funeral is upon us. We haven't time to look for other routes. How much else we could do then? We should at least make sure we can use some magic. Deeper inside's a real monster's den. I tell you gotta mind those gelatinos in particular. They're so blobby the swords won't cut through them. If you run into one, I suggest you set it on fire and chase it off.
Hi.
I wouldn't go any further if I were you. The mining areas felt strange lately. Not just monsters, there's some dangerous magma crystal that mesmerizes them, or so others claim. I thought it mere superstition, but either way it's not normal. Just be on your guard. Oops. I didn't mean to press that. Wait, so these are my stats? Courage, craven, wisdom, naive, tolerance, inflexible, eloquence, tongue-tied, imagination, vap. I love how whenever you start in these games, and they give you your social stats, they have to find a way to, like, name the ranks. And obviously you start at rank 1, so they're like, let's find, like, the worst possible adjective to describe some of these things. Yeah, I kinda suck. Yeah, when am I gonna study for exams? I gotta cram. Ooh, look at the jellies. What's this? This uncanny feeling in the air.
This place.
The magma here feels awfully dense, too. Was it always like this? It was not. This used to be a completely mundane mineshaft, no different than the others.
That being the case,
Perhaps this is what the miner was talking about before. Something about the interior of this place being unusual. Assassinating Luis is our top priority. Do not forget that. Prepare yourselves now, or we'll have no time to rest until we're through here. Mind their numbers and watch your health carefully. We clear? Auto recovery, blah blah blah. Night Yule, thanks for stopping by the stream. We'll catch you next time.
This could be our chance.
So, okay, so this is only for auto battles, so now I can just have manual control all the time. Wait, you don't have fire, dang it.
overkill, maybe.
Maybe I should have made you a mage.
Let's stay calm. Seeker! Scour! A tough one.
Warrior!
Like,
Let me rethink this.
Stroll, you had fire magic before you got an archetype. Now you don't have fire magic anymore. Where'd it go? Did you just forget how to use it?
Let's wrap this up.
Not
Great
bad.
job, Stroll. Only one left. Finish
Let's
them
go.
off. We're clear.
The blade.
Yeah, now he has a new type of magic. It's called Cast Sword.
I won't hold back. The next one will fall just as easy.
He had to relive the memory of his village burning, so he swore off fire magic.
We made short work of
Maybe I should
them.
go back and actually change Grius into a mage. Oh right, he was using an igniter, and I guess the igniter like broke or something. Fine, I have to return to more.
Now, where was I?
Do make yourself at home. I see.
Wait, this is oh yeah, fire, ice, and electric.
I
Okay.
see. Fascinating.
Fire magic's called Bot. This is Mage. This is the archetype you sense from Gallica's way of life.
This right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of a good teacher who manipulates the forces of magic at will and performs miracles in the name of one who leads.
All right.
500 mag is required to channel the mage for the first time.
I'm counting on you.
Why does this archetype look like? Kinda like Hades from Final Fantasy XIV.
Of course.
It's the DDoS spell. I cast Bot. Then hero so valiant heart, by shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as a mage. The final level spell is Astrobot.
Leave it to me. I didn't think I could grow anymore.
Oh. You'll come again.
Yeah, be grateful, Grius. You got another cutscene.
Take it. No sense leaving it here.
Alright, how's that?
Fine one. Let's take it to fire.
Now get in there!
There, mate.
Get him with the bot.
Blaze. One remains.
Let's take off. Come forth, royal soul. A tough one.
In the name
I'm
of
glad it
justice.
seems like I have quite a bit of MP compared to the cost of these spells right now, so it's pretty efficient.
I think I'm getting used to it. Double dude.
I see. Fine work indeed.
Got Tarukaja.
Whew. That should do it.
Don't let them come
You're
wide open.
Let's go.
Mage. Blaze. Stay focused.
The freedom of a one. Let's go. Scour. Still here?
I shall.
There's no way I'm stopping here. Nice.
Take it. Let's go.
Do I really need a cutscene for opening up a chest?
Let's push through.
Act fast. And we'll win this.
Fight.
Now get ready!
Any means necessary. Burn. Keep pressing it.
Down.
Vitus power.
That's just what
Win.
Grius does!
A tough one.
I can't afford to hold back. Tougher than I thought.
Let's go. Blaze. One remains.
Grius,
Let's take
well
it.
done!
Still here?
Oh, dang it, I thought I can kill it with just a regular attack.
Please. I'll be getting ahead.
I'm not gonna waste my MP.
Can't linger here. Let's move. Don't let your guard down yet. We end this quickly.
Snack. These are thick snacks. Wait, I don't like how their head looks.
The power of heroes.
I will. Scour. It's still up?
Now.
The sack
No
snakes.
holding back.
I don't like it.
Flash.
I don't like it.
Nice.
Great job, Stroll! Only one left! Finish them off and we're clear!
It's a Vitus power.
Yeah, I thought Mara was bad.
Still here?
In the name, I shall vanquish evil.
At least Mara made it clear what he was.
Not bad. I feel stronger.
It's like trying to be subtle, but that makes it worse.
Come on! We have the edge.
I also find it so weird how it's like, you go in and it just says like triangle, squad. Like, it should say battle or something, right? It says like, squad!
The free come forth, royal soul.
A warrior. I'll cut you down. One left.
Took one out!
Not
Keep it
bad.
up! Only one left! Finish them
Press
off.
triangle to squad.
Still standing.
Let's
Hey.
We did it. This is our chance.
Don't make them counter.
Stay calm over here.
It's okay.
Still up? In the name of justice. Tougher than I thought.
Hey!
Wish every fight was that easy, eh? That was the last one.
All right.
I love it.
I got a pill from a chest in the middle of a cave. Surely it's safe to use.
Are you feeling okay? Just
Push
making
through.
sure. Take it slow if you need to. There's no rush.
Cat. All right. How's that? Okay. Let's do this guy.
Get in there and finish him off.
Let's
Like I just bonks him with the staff like that.
Greatest power. Scour.
Oh, they resist that too.
I'll cut you down. Let's wrap this
You can't
up.
resist sword.
Always comes through. Nice dodge.
Oh, nice dodge.
Not like they could get you with that.
Hey!
Bonk.
Finish the job.
Bonk.
You hate to see it seem the right move.
I shall rise to the occasion.
I see. This could be useful.
We learned Blizz.
Love down. A victory where
Well, they don't have like assignable stats. Well, sucks to be them. That's what you get for not being a main protagonist, Stroll. Good luck in your next life. Oh good, this was all for naught if our way is blocked. Blast it with your magic! Slash it with your gigantic sword. It's not all either. I'm sensing magla, and the feeling's only getting stronger. It's disturbing, like back at the fort. Tell me. Same as the fort. Surely you don't mean a human? Beer is a luxury we can't afford right now, lad. Gallica's words are cause for concern, but for now we need to keep moving. Look closely, laddie. Laddie? Why did I say laddie? He didn't. That's not even what it was written. I guess I just want to make him like Irish. There's a gap between those collapsed rocks. We should be able to squeeze through if we go one at a time. Surely this is no cause for concern.
fine work.
We have the
Wide
attack.
open. There, mate. Burn! Let's keep this up.
It's okay. Wind! The tough one.
I shall vanquish evil.
Do this.
Two remaining.
This I won't hold back. Crystallize!
Oh, it tells me it's weak to Blizz even before I've used Blizz on it.
Finish them off and we're
Vitus
clear.
power.
Even easier than expected.
You have to get used to all these new, like, element names.
A new power to wield.
Heat up. Oh, it's a passive. Nice.
That's all over. We can relax. Luke,
Magical girl Grius.
I knew you could do it.
So my question is, and again, if you've played further in the demo than me, don't answer this if this does indeed get answered. So, does Grius just never get his own? Or do I get like do I have a bunch of like party members that are like temporary party members or like generic party members where I can just choose their archetype, but they don't really have their own archetype? I guess we'll find out. Because I mean, at some point, right, I'm gonna have a party of like, I'm assuming 4 people, and then there'll be a certain number of permutations of different types of archetypes at that point. But if everyone besides like me and Stroll and maybe a couple other characters are all blank slates, then just anyone can be anything, right? I'm not sure what their game is here. Like, why not? Oh, it's humans!
Slow if you need to.
Amazing.
Should probably equip these things I'm getting, hey?
What now?
Take off your noble crest, it doesn't do anything. Oh, there's actually like a slot for... Wait, why is there a slot for gloves or boots? Like, is it, you can't wear both gloves and boots. You can only choose one or the other. I would understand if it was called like an accessory slot, but it's... Stroll's actually barefoot right now, he's just wearing gloves. It's a worm!
No choice but to cut through them. We got this.
Come on, let's push
Squad! Oh cool, I can kill those guys. Oh, ow, you can still hit me, dang it. Owie! Okay, okay, no, I have to run away. I have to run away from you. Ow!
Can anyone heal him?
If I press retry, does it just... Does it still start with the ambush? Oh yes, it does. Oh, he starts with a different ambush. I have the power, I have the Fire Emblem power. I have Divine Pulse. How do I run away? I can just RNG seed every single fight.
Blades ready, lads.
Is it in tactics? Oh, here, yeah.
We can't escape.
There's no way out of this.
Well, this sucks. I shouldn't have attacked this worm. I shouldn't have attacked this worm. Wait, what if I... Haha! Oh wait, I just noticed this is my protagonist dying because he's weak to fire. So if my protagonist dies, it's not a game over.
Wake up! We're still in a fight here.
Damn it.
Yikes.
No good.
I still can't run away. Oh my god, this is awful. I should have attacked the worm. I should have attacked the worm.
Someone, help revive him.
Worm, I've come to bargain.
Trivial. We retreat at once.
Oh, thank goodness. okay, bye. I mean, I should have realized because those are the same worms from the very beginning of the game, but I thought that maybe I could take them on.
We found some.
We're so lucky.
The worm's still after me. I think Stroll's fighting it in the background. Wait, what is this? Oh, those are just wolves.
If it's useful,
I thought that was a new enemy. Oh, I gotta get out of here before the worm. There's worms everywhere!
This could be our chance.
The power of heroes.
Now, what's the plan?
Thank you for the stretch.
I call upon royal power within. The end's in sight. Not
okay.
bad, if I say so myself.
This any means necessary. Overkill. Still standing, eh?
Why do you say overkill? You didn't even kill it.
Brius, your attack power's down.
He said overkill and then he proceeded to not kill it. I don't get it.
Mage! Crystallize!
Settles that.
That worm is coming for me. I gotta watch out. Goodbye, teeth.
That should come in handy. Lock it in.
Let's push through.
Amazing! Great moves back there. All right, we did it!
There's a... Oh god!
They'll need more than this.
Not the worm!
Get up!
Oh god, that's not good.
Can anyone heal him?
I should retry before I escape, otherwise he's gonna wipe me. No, stop starting with the fire breath. My god, no. Oh, he gets a double turn at the beginning. Well, that's not good.
Can anyone heal him?
I think he's just gonna keep spamming Fire Breath.
Get up!
Well, this is great. I like this. Well,
Some enemies are still around. Careful now.
What now?
whoa, I can see my hands. Get me out of worm hell. Hey, see that room over there? The magma feels less dense there compared to the rest of this place. Does that mean there's also another part of the menu where you get to see their feet? Is that so? I don't feel anything. I thought it was just a feeling, but now I can see it. It's like the magma hollows out just for that room. It's almost like it's a save room. Back in the Sanctum, I learned that fairies are natural adepts at sensing magma. It's safe to assume Gallica's no exception. Maybe we can get some rest in there. Why don't we head inside? It's not a bad idea. We should catch our breath before continuing.
Hey.
Watch it be a trap. The room just swallows us whole. We all just die. It doesn't seem like an ideal place to rest. Or this does seem like an ideal place to rest. I'm just wondering why the magma's thinner here. I couldn't tell you much. It's just a feeling I get. It's almost like there's a boss fight coming up and they need us to save and heal. There's varying intensity to the magma that flows through the air. For example, think of it like steam or smoke. Just tell me it's a save station. I don't need to know the lore of why it's a save station. Seems not much could seep into this room, a magma hollow if you will. Even your igniters won't work as well in here. Magma hollow seems like a good term as any, and all the better if Gallic can sense them. You could say that. It's easier to spot a big absence of magma when the area around it is flooded with the stuff.
Alright.
Beasts seem loath to approach as well. Let's just catch our breath here while we can. They just spent like all this time explaining to me the lore of the save room, and then they give me the tutorial anyways. I get that you have to be a bit verbose. It's a new IP. But still, man.
Still, though.
This tunnel's just crawling with monsters, isn't it? The magma's really dense, too. I never imagined it'd be this dangerous.
True.
Indeed, it's nothing like what we were told. Grias, are you familiar with this place? I don't know of any concrete details, lad, but I can say these monsters weren't here the last time I passed through.
Then...
So you're saying these monsters are the result of the thick magma? Well, if there's reason for it, I can only assume it's the workings of magma. There's no point in speculating, we must focus on fulfilling the mission. We'll keep moving once we've gotten some rest.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So I can't even like freely explore the save station, it just puts you in there.
To lay claim to it, so it's yours.
Wait, I didn't even heal in there. I mean, you guys rested for what? I guess I can use, let's try the auto recovery. There goes all my MP. What's going on here? Wait, how'd you get here? How'd you get past the worms? What's going on here? There are monsters everywhere, and doesn't the air feel off? How is it that you're here? Have you been following us? Well, I considered returning to Grand Trad. I reckon passing through here would be a shortcut, and it felt safe considering you lot took this way as well. It is not safe! Did you see all those worms? Seems right foolish in hindsight. There's something back up ahead, mark my words. I think I'll head back. But you're continuing this way, I'll take it. If there's anything you need, I'll be here a bit before I set off. I should have some revival medicine, but I don't want to spend $900 on this thing.
Thank you.
Goodbye, young peddler. Again, I don't understand why it says young peddler, but it says his name right here. The game's trying to trick me into thinking he's not a major character, but he's gonna be like the final boss. Wait, something feels really wrong further in. It might be what I was sensing. Unfortunately, we got no choice but to press on regardless of what lies ahead. I'm going to open it. Are you ready?
Alright.
Glad to hear. Let's go. Let's fight the human. Oh, hi. I can see the glow of a strange crystal, an even stranger monster in front of it. It's a Birdman!
What is that? I've never seen anything.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's a crystal of raw magma. This feels wrong somehow.
He's got tiny little hand wing things.
Now I remember. They say in the lands beyond mortal reach, great spires of crystal stand, and anyone who might touch them is driven mad.
That's all just superstition, though, right? Still, this thing is giving off a really nasty aura.
That's no ordinary monster.
Wah, wah.
Some kind of human?
The way it's moving, it's almost like it's protecting the crystal.
Here it comes.
Ew, he has like these, like, pustules on the bottom of his body.
Mage!
Does it tell me his weaknesses right away? No.
Blaze!
Let's say by this power. Wind!
Yeah, you don't, so wind is no good.
Power within! I'll cut you down!
Oh. You know what that means?
Distancing
Ah!
any means necessary.
Got them right in their weak
I will
spot.
fight with. I'll get some distance.
Sharp as always.
Come
Prius.
forth, royal soul.
I feel like I should probably save my MP for healing
Better be sure.
in that case.
Now, moving to the rear. No holding back!
Blades ready, lad. The power of heroes.
Let's stay calm.
I don't really do much damage with my physical here.
Job, everyone. Talk about a close call.
Time to go offensive. I call upon royal power within.
I guess you're a mage, so you don't really need to be in the front row.
Please.
Got them right in their weak
It's
spot.
okay. We can do
Sharp
this.
as always, Prius.
I can't afford to hold back. Hack and slash.
No, not the bot. Maybe I should just make my main character guard, because if he gets hit by that,
I won't hold back.
Got them right in their weak
Let's stay
spot.
calm.
Sharp as always, Prius.
Guard up.
I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
Now, the power of heroes.
It's okay.
oh, maybe I shouldn't
We
have
can
guarded
do
then,
this.
because I could have attacked and then guarded.
I can take it.
Ow! I keep thinking that's like a critical hit because he falls over, but it's not.
No holding
It's
back.
like in Persona, right? When they fall over, you're like, oh, they got hit by a weakness.
Hack and slash.
No need to. Let's go. Crystallize.
Got them right in their weak
I
spot.
won't hold back.
I'm the healer.
As always, Prius.
We're not out of this yet.
Helpful as ever. I can't afford to hold back. I shall vanquish evil. Tougher than I thought.
I'm glad it tells me where he's gonna attack.
Mage.
It's like a free turn.
Got them right in their weak
I will
spot.
fight with pride.
Sharp
Come
as
forth,
always,
royal
Prius.
soul. With healing power.
I owe you.
Withdrawing. Warrior. I'll cut you down. They die hard.
No. Mage. Crystallize.
It's okay. We can do this. Still up?
Yes, take my 6 damage.
Easy lock.
Job, everyone. Talk about a close call.
To the fore. I call upon royal power within.
Ooh, dang, that was juicy.
Power of heroes.
let's stay calm.
I wish it would like tell me the turn order. Like, I mean, now I know what the turn order is, but... Oh good, this time I didn't get a weird part of its body to keep for myself.
Not bad at all.
I shall rise to the occasion.
Didn't think I had anything left to learn.
What is this crystal?
I thought it would be a boss fight where you could like target the crystal and the enemy and you had to like do some strategy.
By my guess, the monsters were drawn to its aura. They shouldn't leave something so sinister just lying around.
Oh, I can feel it pulsing in my headphones.
More questions than answers, but there's no time to ponder them. We better move.
You can't be serious.
More jellies. Oh, I can kill them now. Like this.
Really?
Hey, do you see that? What is that? Just look at the size of it. Not something I hope to ever stumble upon, I'm afraid. That's a dragon. Dragon? You mean those creatures from Legends? I've never seen them with my own eyes. Now I understand why the mine was closed. They must have dug right into this thing's roost and had no choice but to back off.
Look.
This mine taps a magnificent vein of resources. Only something as terrible as a dragon could have forced them to abandon such a lucrative operation.
But
Luck is on our side that we've caught it slumbering like this. We can slip past it and continue forward. Almost a shame. It has all sorts of things in its little, well, big nest. I can sense something tinged with magma too. I can see a chest behind it! Dragons are ancient and strong magma follows in their wake. Just the way it goes, any so-called special item you're sensing is bound to have its fill of it. Making it sound kind of appealing, but we're sure to end up in a fight when we try to take it. Don't make this decision lightly, Will. On that note, let's push on. Quietly now, and I do mean that. If we wake that thing up, we're in for the fight of our lives.
But
Look at the little tooth guys walking around. But there are monsters around here too. Aye, if they see us and cause a ruckus, then we're done for. Keep your distance from them as we make our way through. Understood? Good, let's go.
don't panic.
You want me to fight the dragon? I can't even take on a worm. What makes you think I can take on a dragon?
Watch out!
Which way are you gonna go, little guy? Which way are you gonna go, little guy? Your little cavity eye holes. I can't take on a worm, but who's to say I can't take on a worm? W-Y-R-M. I want that item, but you know what? It's not worth it. I don't want to linger here too long. I just want to get out of this cave. Do I look like I have the MP to spam ice magic on it right now? I'll come back later. Ugh. Somehow we made it through. I do like it when they have, like, especially in a demo of a game, if they demo you, like, a dungeon, for example, and, you know, it's not going to be difficult because it's the demo, but then they include, like, one enemy that's, like, a challenge for people that want to take it on. The Tales of Vesperia demo did that, because they had, like, it was, like, a section in the forest, but there was one of those notorious monsters that if you wanted, you could take it on. Of course, you'd be, like, extremely low-leveled for it because you're just in the demo, but for people that want a challenge, it did give you a challenge, so that's cool. I was expecting the worst to happen, but thankfully we lived to see another day. We got lucky this time. Had that thing awoken, we'd be in a very different situation. If anyone truly intends to kill the beast, they need to have a gauntlet runner. Gauntlet Runner would certainly make our return to Grand Trad much easier. May as well wish for the moon, only the most prominent nobles have the means to secure a runner for themselves.
You know,
Yeah, it's nice, but can we move on? We're still done for it if that dragon wakes up, so let's not overstay our welcome.
Look.
Oh great, a straight shot across a crumbling bridge. Surely this can't be horrible. It is! We can finally get out of here. Looks like we can finally breathe easy, at least for a moment.
What?
Of course. Oh no, could it be? Well, don't just stand around and look behind you, run! Dragons roar, and you feel that shaking, right?
What the?
It's getting stronger, what's going on here?
No.
Well, now, that's great. It's a cave-in! If you value your lives, run! Oh, pfft.
We actually made it out.
And in one piece, no less.
speak for yourself. I think that shaved a couple years off my life.
Damn storm. Can't afford too many delays, but we'll not be getting far in this torrent. We can make camp tonight and slip onto a carriage to the capital tomorrow, once we're out of the wastes. We'll have to, if we want to make it in time.
Public carriage seems a bit risky, doesn't it?
Not with all the outsiders flocking in for the funeral. We'll be 3 faces among hundreds.
Lovely. Another carriage ride. Hopefully this one's smoother than the last couple.
Let's just get our camp set up. Somewhere dry, preferably.
Ah, this is so cozy. I feel alive again.
It's certainly better than freezing. Reminds me of when I was a child. Back then, I wouldn't have been caught dead out in the wilderness like this. Countryside nobility like us had no fortune to speak of. My parents bowed and smiled for their money, and honestly, I despised them for it. Back then, I thought being a noble was about, I don't know, a life of prestige, being respected. But one spring 7 years ago, our town was attacked by this horrific creature. A human, though I'd no idea at the time. I was evacuated alongside the servants while the rest of the town burned. I waited for my parents to join us in the shelter, but they would never come. The parents I'd so despised had stayed behind to protect the villagers who couldn't flee.
Must've been hard. Sounds rough, buddy.
That must have been hard.
Still, it opened my eyes. It changed everything. It taught me who my parents really were, what it really meant to be a noble. But our town's just rubble now. A footnote in history. The human that destroyed us is all we'll ever be known for. I remember my father petitioning the capital for aid, but no reply came. Even knowing how much of a threat the humans were. Now, I think, what if the army? Well, Luis. What if he's the one who abandoned us? If we were just a pawn in his game, then I will make him pay.
Hey, Grius. We all trust each other now, don't we? I think we can tell him.
Aye. Maybe you're right. I'll admit the lad's sword put me in mind of the past.
Something special about that sword?
Well, we used it to identify the messenger from our faction. But it originally belonged to His Highness. A kingly gift from his father. To better suit His Highness and his keen aptitude for magic, that blade was specially forged, with raw magla folded into the metal. Of course, when swordplay bored him, he'd amuse himself by levitating it or standing atop it to glide about. A royal rascal, that one. Those days were all too short. Then, 12 years ago, it all came crashing down.
I've heard. The prince was attacked, right?
It was a plot on his life. One I wish I'd rooted out sooner. Just like tonight, it was pouring rain.
Oh, we actually get to see this. Oh, it's an anime.
Who let these blackguards into the palace?
Oh, it's her.
My lord, are you hurt?
Back!
A royal knight. A wench and nothing more.
You knave!
We didn't know her because she was on the carriage with us. She didn't seem to.
You know nothing of true knighthood.
We didn't seem to recognize her.
And I'll not lose it to you! Highness!
Don't falter! Give chase!
Stop! They dare harm him.
I failed him. Again.
Highness! Highness! What is this? His Highness survived the attack, but the curse hanging over him was powerful and complex.
This music, I think, is supposed to sound like sad and thoughtful, but the first couple notes sounded almost joyful, so it was really jarring to suddenly get out of that cutscene, and suddenly it sounded a little happy.
Of all the mage healers in the capital, not one could wake him, and he grew weaker with each passing day. We might lift the curse if we knew the specifics of its formula, but Luis would never give that up. Which leaves but one way.
It's happy music because as a result of the prince's tragedy, you get a game out of it. Wait, you're not wrong.
To dispel the curse, its caster must die.
And you're sure Luis is the man you seek?
I saw him in the fray. He was younger then. Younger even than you are now, and shorter besides. I could never mistake him. And now, after spilling the royal blood of father and son both, the people call him not traitor, but savior. For His Highness, For the king, and for the very future of this country, he must be dealt with. To kill Luis is to see justice served.
I see. So as he did with the prince, he would make of my city a stepping stone to further heights. A tool to spread the infamy of the humans.
Wait, what just happened to his voiceover there?
You haven't told that story to many, have you? Thank you for trusting me with it.
A rogue never forgets a debt. Even if it takes 3 generations, we'd see it repaid. But neither do we forget a grudge. And Luis will know that soon enough.
So, that's what all this is about. Say, friend, this mission means a lot to you too, doesn't it?
Yes, of course it does.
You've been carrying a greater weight than I realized. In any case, I owe you my life, and we've both got something we'd fight to protect. Let's save this country. Together.
Why did they just sleep in instead of killing him? Because otherwise we wouldn't have a way to come back and make a plot out of it. I feel like there probably won't be any good explanation behind that other than the fact that it's just a narrative plot device.
Ideally, once we're out of this cold, of course.
I think I have a good enough read on, like, the mood of this game. Although I hope that maybe I'm wrong. I would like for it to surprise me, but...
I think it's about time we eat. We're almost to the capital, after all. I'd say that's worth celebrating.
I'm beat.
I'm exhausted. Sometime after the assault, together with a small entourage, we decided to take His Highness out in secret to an appropriate hiding place. He was attacked in the royal palace, the place where he was supposed to be safest. We knew not when he'd be attacked again if we stayed in Grand Trad. Naturally, His Highness was considered missing, and eventually his death was deemed official. From that time on, our organization was formed to restore His Highness to power. I'm sure there are those who resent us for vanishing from the palace without a word. After all, even the royal guards who protected His Highness were kept in the dark. If they had known, they would have had no choice but to stop. Okay, so that explains why our main character doesn't know red-haired lady yet. Although she probably saw our book and our sword during that opening cutscene. Even if they had accompanied us or let us go, they would have been guilty of treason. A terrible fate for young knights who had so much ahead of them. I thought to join the army and work my way up the ranks the traditional way. Never thought things would turn out like this. I didn't expect to run into humans and dragons, nor to be bestowed with an extraordinary power. Is this the path I was always headed for, or is this all thanks to you? Well, I'm not complaining either way. Once we pull off the assassination and the prince returns to power, I think our country will be on a better path. I'll get my revenge on Luis, no matter what it takes. Though I must admit, all this camping has taken its toll on me. A delicious meal would be nice once we're in Grand Trad.
You're kidding.
I can't believe not just you, but Stroll and I guess kind of Grius have awakened to that power? Question mark. I heard that mysterious voice again when it happened. I wonder what it was. Phew, I'm exhausted. That magla was unusually dense and now it's already dark. I hope I can see a beautiful, clear sky tomorrow.
Time for bed.
We still have a long way to go to Grand Trad. You should get some sleep for tomorrow.
What now?
Oh, there is a menu for your feet. I was joking. Wait, so that's foot. Okay, this is nothing. Calendar. Okay, why did they really have to do a calendar system like Persona style, even though the days are kind of fixed? Like, I feel like this is unnecessary, unless I'm sure maybe it becomes a game mechanic later, but it feels like it's like we need to add more Persona-like things into this game that may or may not be relevant. There's another foot menu. Why is there a foot menu? Like, they could have had one menu be like, I don't know, your chest area. I guess this one's your waist. How very strange. I'm trying to think if I want to, because I knew that I would take 2 streams to finish the demo, but I'm just wondering, should I end it here and continue, or should I keep going? I don't know. Because again, some people said the demo they finished in like 4 to 5 hours, and some people were like, they took 7 to 9. That's quite a big difference. And I haven't been doing any like side stuff. Like this has all been pretty straightforward. So I'm trying to think if this is a... You know what, let's keep going. Let's keep going for a little bit. No, I don't want to talk to more.
Huh? I'm
Pretty sure I fell asleep.
Sure I
Oh.
fell asleep.
See, sometimes they leave such a big gap between their first word and the next sentence, I don't know if they're going to voice it all or not.
Well, then it's just as I thought. While you're asleep, our connection is much stronger.
Okay, it's just suddenly came to me, but do you know what more reminds me of, or who more reminds me of? Enoch Drebber from Great Ace Attorney. He's got the same hair, he's got the same color clothes. He's just missing, like, the monocle.
You wield your magic with ever more confidence. Splendid. As I mentioned previously, the archetype grows and develops anew through encounters with others. Look for those bearing the nobility and presence of the heroes and kings of old. More virtuous than the weight of any crown or medal is the burden you place on your own path forward. The more comrades and supporters who stand beside you, the more your power will deepen as you soar to new heights. One day, the people join hands and seize the freedom to decide their own future with their own power just as you do. That is my ideal world.
I also can't help but think that Gallica's outfit just stands out, like, it doesn't fit in with the rest of the characters. Like, it just looks like it just belongs in a different universe. I don't know. Good night, Danger. Thanks for coming by the stream. We'll catch you next time.
Hold on. What do you mean, supporters? We're trying to keep out of the public eye here.
I mentioned before, did I not? There is no hero without allies. Only a single voice in opposition. In other words, even archetypes have their own strengths and weaknesses. They'll be of little use if used thoughtlessly. Life and death are seconds apart on the battlefield. Be attentive, mindful, and strategic. Only then can you emerge victorious.
So you called me in here when I was sleeping just so you can tell me to play the game smart and not die? I mean, thanks, I guess.
When you feel unsure how to proceed, I recommend you stop, assess your surroundings, and think. The smallest observation is often our greatest inspiration.
Ah, think. Yes, thank you for the advice. It didn't even occur to me to think. Well, thank you for that. I mean, you saved my life. I would never have thought to think. Thank you, Moore. What would I do without you?
Well, it's almost dawn. I will be watching with great anticipation. Until we meet again. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 4 days remain.
Oh, you're right. Of course I wouldn't have thought to do that. I would have had to think. To think. But I didn't think about thinking until Moore told me to think about thinking. And now I know what to think before I think, so I know what to think about thinking, so I can proceed and think about what I'm going to do next. Alright, then let's hit the road. King's funeral is coming up, is it not? We should hurry back to Grand Trad.
This place here.
Maybe this is a good stopping point, because we're moving locations now. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cutscenes and stuff.
Here's where we are now.
I don't think I can save on this screen. What if I just go back to the mines? Oh, they won't let me. Okay, I guess we're committed. We're gonna go watch the cutscene. We need to catch a carriage soon if we want to make it to the royal capital. We can wait no longer. Are you ready? Well, I don't have much of a choice.
Great. Let's move out.
Escaping the dragon's threat in the Nord mines, the party shakes their pursuers amidst the discovery of great powers. To make up for lost time, they risk hiring a coach to seek with them the rest of the way to the capital.
Do you think the carriage is given an assassination discount?
The royal funeral draws ever closer.
Wait, we're running out of time.
Remain.
It took us an entire day.
Finally, we found a ride. Looks like we should make it in time for the funeral after all.
Last time we rode in a public carriage, it was hit by bandits. A pack of Louise zealots too, if I remember. Talk about a nasty surprise.
Also, I feel like they could have come up with a cooler name for our antagonists. I mean, Luis is just too normal. Just like how my protagonist's name is a little too normal.
You've come a ways since then. Any bandits who set on us now are in for a nasty surprise.
Reminds me of the road to the fort. Sitting there in the cart. Never could have imagined you and I would be the only survivors. Strange. How fast life can change.
No, it's life will change. You got the line wrong. How are you holding up?
You okay? Unfortunately, I'd not had time to put any names to faces. Don't even know the name of the Roussant fellow we talked down.
The last couple days have certainly been eventful.
Oh, Hoodie! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for dropping by. Please go check out our friend Hoodie Inu. He's an amazing streamer. He's got a very handsome model. He plays a lot of different games. He's especially fond of Bayonetta. You should go check him out because he's really awesome and he's got a great community. Thank you so much for dropping by, Hoodie. Hope you're doing well. What were you playing today? Were you also doing Metaphor? Hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much for entrusting me with your audience. Feel free to sit back and relax with us or go take care of yourself after your stream. I'm Kiro, the frog-themed martial artist, and yes, we are playing the Metaphor demo. And we'll probably wrap up soonish. I'm actually not quite sure. We'll see. Thank you for coming by. And hello, Apollo Rex. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being a froggy friend. Hello, hello.
Almost feels like everything we thought we knew about the world was wrong.
Well, plenty of people live their lives without taking a single step outside their city. But we haven't the luxury of ignorance, I suppose.
We're almost to the capital. Quiet now, and stay sharp.
It's her!
Milady! Welcome back, and thank you for making the trip.
The giant, like, square-ish capes that she has and Louise has, they look so silly to me.
After so long, I am only surprised anyone remained here who yet remembered me.
Her hair looks so big in that portrait. Like, her hair is gigantic, and her ears are gigantic. Actually, the portrait style kind of reminds me of Star Ocean 2 Remake. Just like the coloring style.
Surely you jest, milady.
Her head has a cape. Good night, Inu. Thank you so much for dropping by the stream. Have a good rest.
Pay me no mind. I heard of the king's death. The skyline is full of unfamiliar figures. 'Tis a testament to how long I've been away.
It's the guard that's changed the most. It's just chaos and politics there, arguing over matters of succession. Feels like we've lost sight of who we're even protecting. Not to mention talk of monsters at the border. We've nowhere near enough soldiers to deal with them on top of everything else.
After tomorrow, the city will calm. Once the formality of the funeral is past, a new king will be crowned.
Yeah, her legs are also kind of like those proportions. I think her outfit doesn't really do so much for her silhouette as a character, because like the top of her character is kind of where all the detail is, but then it's like chunky, and then the bottom is like very slim and like form-fitting, but there's not really much detail there. It's kind of a weird juxtaposition, I feel.
After which, I suppose there'll be no further need of a search party. Not many even remember we were searching in the first place.
The royal funeral draws ever closer. One day remains.
Suddenly we're going ahead like 2-3 days at a time. I mean, I guess.
Escaping the Nord mines, the party hailed a horse-drawn coach and returns now to Grand Trad, capital of Uchronia, the day before the royal funeral. As they gaze upon the city, flags of mourning fluttering in the wind, the magnitude of their mission exacts its toll on the heart.
Walking would have been faster than taking the carriage, right? Like, look at how fast we got from the fort to the mines, and then the same distance we had to take 2 days by carriage. Come on. Oh, look at that weird, like, helicopter thing.
The fog's rolling in. Rain's the last thing we need.
Can this funeral withstand more misfortune? I've heard they don't have enough soldiers to keep the peace.
Oh, it'll be fine. All the aristocrats are bringing their own personal guards. I imagine boredom's the worst we need to worry about.
Let's not draw attention to ourselves. There's a hostelry tucked at the back of Sunshade Row, the Hushed Honeybee Inn. We'll talk details once we're there.
The Hushed Honeybee Inn.
Here we go.
Rias went ahead. Let's hurry after him. Elda, I remember you. You walked through the wasteland to get here before, correct? How to ride on a carriage this time, hmm? If so, the coachman did you a kindness. I don't really want to talk to everyone. Until a few years ago, gauntlet runners used to park here in this carriage parking area. Looking at them was the only thing I looked forward to, but nowadays there's a ban on them or something.
Let's see into this,
man. Just lying in the middle of the road like this?
Hey!
What's this then? You kind of pick this one over too? Hate to tell you, but he's got nothing worth taking. He should go somewhere safer. Is he alright? Whoa, what, never seen someone hit by this before? Just look at him. Of course he's not alright. I think somebody moves him along during the day, but come night he's always around these parts moaning like a ghoul. Waves of sympathy trying to look out for these types. Not exactly a rare sight in town. Are you telling me the people just become... There's people afflicted with a zombie curse and everyone's just like, yeah. Par for the course.
No, man.
Wonder what the lodging Grias mentioned is like. Can't wait to actually get some rest for once.
What will I do?
Advise against any detours now. Sunshade Row is just down the stairs in the corner with the carriage rank right in front of us. Oh, here. I thought he like already went down the street. Oh, you got wings. They're kind of folded weird around your body though. Oh, could it be? You were an Elda, correct? My, I've never seen one of your kind before. I assume you're not from these parts. Tell me, do you hail from outside the city? That's a secret. Apologies for saying so, but it's quite useless to try to hide it. The royal capital hosts few Eldas, so it's highly unlikely you're from here. Well, if it's your first time here, I must warn you to stay on your guard. The city's denizens can be somewhat unwelcoming towards people of your tribe.
Just pathetic.
This journey was a rough one. I came across a horde of goblins and thought I was gonna die. I suppose it is reckless to be in this line of work with just a plain old horse-drawn carriage. If only I had a gauntlet runner. Wait, what's the point of complaining to an Elda? I must be more exhausted than I thought.
Incredible.
They sure got a fancy inn here. I think we'd stick out too much if we stayed. Okay, that's not... Oh, it's this way.
Just pathetic.
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just want some coin.
So this is Sunshade Row. Seems like a fine place to disappear from prying eyes. Where's the inn? You suppose we should ask around? Well, maybe Prius should be a little bit more, or I keep calling him Prius. I wish Grius would have been a little bit more better with directions, or...
Do you need something?
A Hush Honeybee Inn. Only bad sorts of folk are in there, you know? Well, go at your own risk. I won't stop you. You know the narrow alley behind the right side of the gallows? Go down there, there'll be some stairs. This is ended that way.
Damn.
Oh, hi, you have a gigantic forehead. That accursed landlord told him my mother comes tomorrow and he still springs all this work on me.
Hey.
Hey you, fancy a riddle? Where's one sure to find the kind-hearted in this country? No idea. Right up on the gallows there. Yes, the people hanging there are good, virtuous people. A true villain never faces judgment, no matter their crimes. By the way, you're not from the capital, are you? What brings you to this cesspool of a city? Some bee place or something?
Yeah.
Ah, the honeybee. What business might have one there?
Dreadful.
When will the next execution be? Oh, I can't wait. That last Nydia was a sight to behold. It's not often you get to see such pathetic cowering. You are messed up, lady.
What am I supposed to do here?
Maybe I should just follow directions and go to where I'm supposed to go instead of wandering. Don't look at me, damn Elda. Fine, don't take my money.
The street looks pretty rough.
What is it?
Watch out for pickpockets. You can bet they'll all see you as an easy mark.
Hey, you there!
What are you doing here? This ain't a place for a guy of your stature. Hold on, an Elda. I see, so that's why. What do you mean? Take a look around, mate. The people who gather here have a little something in common. An Elda like you. Parapets like us. I won't pry, but it's safe to say we've all been through the ringer we have. Grius, we heard all the soldiers of the fort got annihilated, but not you, I see, you stubborn old bastard. Yeah, about that. Aye, don't you worry, nearly all of Sunshade Rose in your debt. None of us here will go running our mouths now.
This place.
This is the Hushed Honeybee Inn.
Got it.
Finally, a place to get proper rest. Something good's cooking too, I can smell it. Let's hurry inside.
You're back.
Oh, hello.
Papa, welcome home.
Well, hello, my Maria. I trust you've been staying out of trouble. These are, well, new recruits. Just enlisted.
So young. It's good to meet you. I'm Fabienne. This inn is my business and my home. Manners, Maria.
She does kind of give you tear grants, doesn't she?
Welcome.
Hey! I'm wasting away over here. Where's my order?
Maria, could you handle that?
Yes, right away.
You're back sooner than I thought. Something happened.
Something bad. Barely any survivors.
I see.
I didn't know Grius had a daughter.
Well, you also didn't know Grius for more than 4 days.
I know I've already asked so much of you, but would you mind looking after Maria a little while?
We love the little garlic girl. Her hair does kind of look like that, doesn't she? She's cute.
Of course. It wouldn't be the honeybee without her. Now, as for the rest of you, after braving the frontiers with this curmudgeon, I'm sure you would welcome a warm supper.
She has tiny little chicken wings, you guys.
Once we're done, we'll head upstairs.
It's so good.
Oh, spicy. I can't feel my tongue.
Oh, pipe down and eat, boy.
That was delicious, especially the meat. I wasn't expecting it to have such a kick, but it grows on you fast.
Red grass roasted beedao. Bird meat. One of her hometown specialities. She's risked a lot to shelter me and to help the resistance. I owe her more than I can say.
You said we were short-handed, but are we really the only ones?
I know we've plenty of independent agents fighting in their own ways, but it seems none could avail themselves to us. Which means we're the only ones who can do this.
Still, killing Luis. That's not going to be an easy feat.
Grius, do you have a plan? Fill us in.
Midway through the funeral, in broad daylight. That's insane.
It's risky, to be sure, but we'll never find a better chance at confronting the man directly. Don't worry. I'll be the only one getting close to him. I'll need you to draw Luis's attention from a different location. All I need is an opening. And don't rely on your fancy powers for this, all right? It'll attract too much attention. Killing a man and slaying a beast are two very different things.
Yeah, killing a man and killing a human are completely different things in this world.
This is all I need.
I have a feeling that Grius isn't going to be long. Maybe this is why Grius doesn't have a real persona of his own. So we don't get to keep him.
You're joking. You and that kitchen knife against an archmage. Isn't there anything we can do to help?
No, you're just getting in the way. Besides, this kitchen knife can slit his throat like the swine he is. A fast kill, if not a clean one. It's nothing I've not done before. Give me my opening, and the man's dead.
I don't know about this. Grius, have you ever heard of a sniper rifle?
I really don't know about this.
So you make him look that way, and I'm gonna shank him from behind.
Stop fussing. Leave it to me.
Grius, you have a plan? Yeah, I stab him. Hey, yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for following me and being a froggy friend.
One last thing. Keep Maria company a while, would you? The girl gets lonely on her own.
It's a terrible idea, but it's an idea nonetheless.
Aren't you at least going to tuck her in?
We've got to prepare tonight. Too much still needs doing. And best that it's done as far from her as possible.
Too much needs to be doing. I need to sharpen my knife, and then... Well, I guess that's it. I just need to sharpen my knife.
And there's his fatherly side, I suppose. Sorry, but I'm going to bed early. I need a full night's rest if I don't want to be a liability.
Well, we've all been short on time to ourselves.
No, Gallica, I'm not reading you another book.
But I'd feel bad leaving Maria all alone. Shall we go check in on her? At least?
Look at that.
Hey.
Well, he has like a pajama outfit. After nothing but the hard ground of campsites, I'm looking forward to sleeping tonight. You can handle Grius' daughter, can't you? Yeah, you just leave all the work for me, why don't you? I can faintly hear the hustle and bustle of the city from beyond the closed shutters. At least he took his shoes off, yeah. Unlike a certain Cloud Strife. The door's locked, but no one seems to be inside.
Please enjoy your stay.
Grius and I go some ways back. Please make yourselves at home. Wait, Maria's here, then she's not in her room, so I thought the... Ah, I'm stuck! I should check out her room. Does this room belong to Grius' daughter, Maria? It doesn't look like it's a guest room. For an inn that only has 2 guest rooms. Fabian's groceries for the inn are all lined up. I don't want to get in her way, so I'll leave them alone. Oh, I forgot I can move my camera in here. I was like, why did my camera suck so much in here? Shouldn't go outside right now.
Did you need something?
Hey Zephyr, welcome in. Okay, I'll oblige you. Apologies for this random question. I've done a lot of scab commissions, but there's exactly one art I didn't boost. The truth of it is, I just forgot. I was like, oh, I'll boost it later, and then I forgot, and then I didn't realize that it expires after X number of days. It doesn't let you boost it anymore. So I was like, oh, dang it. Which sucks because I like Zig's art, and I'm like mutuals with them, so I feel bad. I feel bad that I didn't boost it, but that's okay because I've tipped them on other commissions I've done with them before, but I still feel bad. Dang it, I was hoping no one would notice. I thought only Kieran would be noticing something like that. I try to boost them all just as a form of a tip, even if I don't like, even if, let's say, I don't completely like the outcome, I still feel like I should tip. But now I just feel bad because there's just one. It wouldn't be so bad if it was like there were a few that weren't boosted, but the fact that there's only one that's not boosted, I feel bad. Zig, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. Do you need something? Let's play a game. Nothing in particular. I can't sleep. I can't sleep.
I can't sleep.
You can't relax. Your job must be hard. Oh, I just remembered. Papa said you have a strange book, and that I should ask to see it.
You like books, huh?
Well, I haven't ever seen one before, so I was wondering what they're like.
Want to read it together?
Read it together?
Really? Oh, but I still have work to do.
Don't worry, Maria. I can handle this crowd. You have fun reading upstairs.
Really?
Yes. You did a very good job today.
Let's read then. There's so many pictures. Are all books like this?
I like how Stroll's just
Fabienne taught me how to
right
read
there.
pencil. She said it helps with keeping the inn running.
Like we didn't go to Maria's room. We're like, Stroll, if I don't get to sleep, you know what? You don't get to sleep either.
That's pretty impressive that you know how to read.
Well, I can't do lots of hard words, but I like learning new ones. Plus, I like when people say I'm clever, so I've got to work really, really hard. Papa always says not to go into his room, so I wait for him a lot. I'm good at waiting.
You're a strong girl, Maria.
I know Papa's always busy with work, but I'm happy when he comes home. Thank you. It was fun talking to you.
Let's do this again sometime.
Do I get a social link with you?
Really? You don't mind talking to me? Then it's a promise.
See, I have a very strong suspicion that the fact that I didn't get a real social link with Grius means that he is not long for this world.
You're helping Papa with his job, aren't you? So, be safe.
Wait, so when I do the pinky promise with her, do I get... Is that like the equivalent of the handshake?
I've heard his job can be really dangerous.
She must be feeling anxious herself, but she's still concerned from the bottom of her heart about our safety. I feel comforted by Maria's kind-hearted nature.
The pure heart.
Ah, there we go.
Maria. Within her dwells the virtue of the healer. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Yeah, I'm a healer, but... I can sense the heroic embodiment of the healer from Maria. You can now study the healer in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you.
I wonder if Papa will stay for longer this time. It'd be sad if he had to leave right away.
I'm sure it'll work out. I could regret saying this.
I'm sure it'll work out.
Okay.
She didn't buy it at all. She knows.
I think I'll try to read a little bit more. And then I'll go find Miss Fabian and go to bed. Alright. I'll try to read this part now. In this country, the something king hears the voices of the city and protects their way of life. What's this say?
Society's purpose is to protect its citizens. This is a basic principle of this utopia. All are equal, all live in safety, and the rich and poor are as one, with no gaps, no conflict. All are friends, deserving of help. Basically, it's a place where there's no fighting, and everyone always gets along.
Wow. Where is this place? No one gets left alone there, right? I wish I could go. Can I read a little more?
We're probably not going to bed anytime soon.
You hear that, Stroll? We're probably not going to bed anytime soon. We're gonna keep reading right here next to your bed, loudly.
As dawn breaks, so begins the procession to the Grand Cathedral.
The king's casket has left the castle. The procession will take the main streets to its destination, the Grand Cathedral. I'll have you blend in with the guards posted there. On my mark, you'll create a distraction. Draw Luis's attention.
I thought that we would, I guess, like, it is the day of the funeral and we just made it to town, but I thought that because we had like 4 days back when we were at that bonfire, that there'd be more to do between now and the funeral, but it's just like, nope, here you go.
What, with the soldiers? But our uniforms are...
I kind of feel like I should leave this for next stream, but I also feel like we're right on the precipice of what's happening, so we should go through with it.
I had Fabienne patch them up.
In the state they were in? That must have taken all night. Let me see.
Thanks for keeping Maria company yesterday. I'd appreciate if it wasn't the last time.
So much for sleep.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I appreciate it. The girl just has trouble making friends is all. We're going to split up as soon as we leave. At the Grand Cathedral, we'll pose as guards to cause a commotion. I leave the rest to you.
I'll see to everything here, don't worry.
Papa?
I'll be back tonight. Be a good girl while I'm gone, eh?
Be a good girl. Papa's gotta go shank a despot. He's not gonna survive this. They keep, like, the whole, like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, he's going to come back, is not really helping.
We can read a little more from my book, alright?
Really?
Once we're back, let's all have dinner together.
And the whole mentioning, like, once we're all back, we're gonna have dinner together. Grius is going to come back, alive, and he'll be fine.
Yes, please.
Be careful.
See you soon.
Once it's over, we'll regroup back here at night. I'm counting on you.
We'll do our best. Right then. Let's get ourselves ready, then head for the Grand Cathedral.
Press R1 to open the local map. Icons show where each facility is located. Major facilities include the weapon shop, the armor shop, the general store, and magic shop.
Let's go.
Let's go to the Grand Cathedral. We've got to head down San Luminio Street and then turn right when we get to the square in front of the gallows. There should be some shops selling weapons or armor on our way, so let's stop by. If you can't find them, your map should help.
That reminds me.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, more, not you again.
Huh.
I don't know why, but I can sense Moore's presence over there. Does that mean this place is peaceful enough you can connect to Academia? Come to think of it, I did find a new power. I should go to Academia when I can.
Sod off.
Hey, mister.
Mom got cross with me. She said, don't say bad things about other people. Saying bad things about Parapets is A-okay. Why is that? Because I don't get in trouble for saying stuff like weird ears or no horn. So, wait, hold on. You don't have horns either, huh, mister? Wait, so, okay, Kieran, if you were to say my progress through the demo right now, what percentage of the way am I through the demo? Am I like 50%? Am I less than 50%? What do you think? 50%. Okay. You know what? Let's wrap up the Grand Cathedral stuff, and then I think that'll be good for today.
At a good time.
Hey now, Elder lad. That's a nice sword you got there. Relax. I'm no thief, but that sword says you're a mercenary, so I got a little proposal for you. You must have picked up some mag from fighting monsters, yeah? If you're not using it, let me take it off your hands. By mag, I talk about the tiny maglet crystal shards. I buy them up on order of the Sanctus
Don't
Church.
miss your chance to sell now.
The accumulators out there gather it too, but I say they're inefficient. Anyway, what else would you use it for? Pretty sweet deal I'm offering, mate. Mag, that's the currency we use to study archetypes in Academia. If you're really strapped for money, you could exchange mag here. You need both though, so I'll leave it up to you. I don't know if I trust this guy, but okay. Oh, it changes from day to day.
Looking to sell, are you?
Big cities like Grand Trad are the only places you can exchange mag, so you in? No, thank you. There's nothing but Clamar this nobles that round here lately. My head's killing me listening to it all. Might as well check out the stores, I guess.
Welcome.
Oh, what a rare customer. Sorry, but we'll be closing because of the royal funeral, I'm afraid. I don't really have that much money, so... I could buy, like, one thing if I wanted.
Hello there.
Royal funeral is being held today, so I gotta close up shop soon to mourn in my own way. So if you're looking to make a purchase, get on with it, please. Knuckles! But I can't equip them. I probably need to change my archetype. I want to be a punchy. It's kind of sad that in Persona 3 Reload you couldn't change any weapon for your main character. I want to be punchy.
Hey?
Give the Knuckles to Gallica.
And what is it you want?
The king wouldn't have looked twice at me, but you can't help but feel sad. Anyway, you making a purchase today? Do you want medicine? Or do you want expensive medicine? A slapstick fan. So if someone gets charmed, you slap them? This one returns to the entrance of a dungeon. Cool.
Hey?
You keep away from me.
Stay there.
the hell did I
Hey, mister!
My mom says she's gonna see the Royal Funny Roll. Not me though, I gotta stay home and play with my dad. You know, funerals are hilarious. That's why they're called funny rolls. There's a couple different shops around here. Can I walk? I can't even jump on the grass. Come on.
What should I do?
People may be flooding in for the royal funeral, but I'm not raising prices for a quick read. That's how I'm paying my respects to His Majesty. The only thing you're selling is bird meat, though.
Amazing. It's quite fresh.
Sorry to break it to you, but we're planning to close up shop early today. We're mourning for the king and all. Cooking ingredient. You sell water and fruit cordials. You stand out like a sore thumb. You don't even look like you're part of this game. Wonder what it's like inside. I got this friend working for a nice family. She'll get to watch the royal funeral from the good seats. Are there any other like random people that stick out like sore thumbs? Find the main character.
Proper aces.
Oh, this is a dead end. But I tell you, sir, we made it just in time.
Whoa.
You must have come for the royal funeral, but the grand cathedral's already so crowded, I don't know if they actually made it in time.
Tom's a shite, this ass.
Oh damn, this is the worst. Looks like there's some bugs mixing the spices. I can already picture the Clemar regular mine all red in the face screaming at me. Looks like I'll be down a customer from here on.
Wonderful.
Actually, now that I think about it, this lady here kind of reminds me of like a... She's like a... Like Leslie from Arc Rise Fantasia.
Simply amazing.
Ah, how beautiful. The Grand Cathedral's exterior is truly stunning. I sense a kind of strength about it, one that can endure anything that may happen. Even if it were attacked, I'm certain it wouldn't be harmed at all. Of course, no one would dare try to attack the Grand Cathedral. Not like anyone's gonna run up with a knife and shank Luis.
Got it?
It's time to sneak in. You ready? Yeah.
All right.
Let's find somewhere out of sight so we can change.
Lots of lords and nobles. Some generals, too. All the big names are here.
Can you see Grius?
I can pick him out. Although I don't see Luis around.
Look there!
The Gaul, what is this?
Of course he has to descend like that.
Isn't that the flower straight from the king's garden? And a common-blooded man bearing them to a funeral? Does the man know no shame? That's tantamount to declaring himself royalty.
You barbarian!
Your fool of a king is dead.
Maybe, do you think Luis is Luis Cypher, actually?
By vain aristocrats and simpering clergy. He withered and died under his own weakness.
The audacity!
How can he say that?
This is madness! At the king's own funeral!
Lord Louis speaks true! The nobles are to blame!
Names are guilty!
But open your
Lord
eyes.
Valthree.
You will see the crisis in our nation. I will show you truth. The truth of reality.
Actually, you know what? You were so right.
You've all been sheltered, blinded by walls of stone.
Did he bring a human?
Behold a human corpse. They are no mere rumor. They lurk and nest across the very land you
That just looks like a
call
Titan from Attack on Titan.
A fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. How long before we're overrun? You can only blame your king's weakness. And thus, who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength!
How dare you, scoundrel! Your words verge on treason!
Against what ruler, Blue Blood? The dead cannot be betrayed. Let your late king's soul bear witness. Let Louis Squeerburn be named the true and rightful ruler of Uchronia.
Hey, what do we... What's happening?
Shank him!
Such power. It can't be.
The palace!
The palace is getting away! Someone catch that castle!
Could this be the king's own magic?
Why is it that...
I am Hypnodius the Fifth.
That face looks like Grius.
Majesty? The people of my land desire a new king, and I shall provide.
Okay, maybe Grius isn't gonna bite the bullet just yet.
Did he just say Hypnodius the Fifth? That face? It can't be. His Majesty.
The king? How?
Is it him?
He was dead? Why? Be silent! Let him say his piece.
Yeah, listen to the giant talking rock.
Heed me, O kingless. Time is finite before my soul departs this benighted world. In 4 moons of life past death, there shall come a reckoning, a day of the hero. Upon that day, whosoever hath truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to throne and crown by right of kings.
By right of kings? The faith of the citizenry? Truly?
From the lofty heavens shall my unfading soul look down upon thee, and from the whispered hopes of thine anxious hearts shall those to whom thine allegiances lie be laid bare.
What's happening?
I hear thy voices ring out in clarion truth. Here and now witness the faces of those most desired to become king.
It's Vorden.
Count Louise! Count Louise is there too!
They're all candidates.
Ha! What glorious spectacle! The mantle of king is mine by right and providence.
You go too far, Louis. We gather to mourn his majesty, and you desecrate it. You would befoul the throne, blackguard.
So be it. Shall we test that? Good people, is Vorden truly fit to be king? Or shall you cast off the shackles of blind faith? We need not be chained to birth or tribe. In my world, we are a people equal and united. I shall be your shield from the human menace. Together, peace is within our grasp.
When my village burned, the church did nothing. There's no way we can fight those monsters alone.
And those of us in bonds? Will we too be protected?
Don't be fooled. He's not the man you think he is.
Hey, look! Come, Luis. He's catching up to Vorden.
Like the faces are just growing.
I don't really see what we're thinking.
Louis, you've led the people's hearts astray.
No future exists without the power to eliminate the human crisis. Those who stand at my side who oppose the powers that be, my protection is yours. Or refuse my hand and perish. I will lead us over your corpses.
You mean, just as you killed the king?
A country is heavier than a crown, and he could not bear it. Retribution past due.
You vile!
He cares nothing for the blood on his hands.
Damn you, Luis! You think you truly deserve the crown? You doom us all! I won't stand for it!
Hey, who are you?
Silence him!
A Kingslayer deserves only death!
Yes, good! You need to go too.
Where's Grius?
Uh-oh, something bad gonna happen to Grius now? Oh no! These guards suck.
Alcest?
I shall not suffer the defiance of my people's will. In my name art thou punished.
Punished? Impressive. One of the royal family's dog. Rather poetic, as it were. See how he has rewarded your loyalty.
Yeah, King, you're not doing yourself any favors here. Oh, that happened so fast.
I warned you. This is the price of defiance.
There wasn't even like a sound effect for him slitting in the throat.
I hadn't expected the king's own magic on my side. So
What are you doing, King?
Rally behind me. I will shield you from injustice. Rise above birth and circumstance, for they mean nothing.
Count Luis is our only hope!
What choice do we have? He'll kill any against him!
Not much of a choice.
Upon the day of the hero, whosoever has most earned my people's faith shall ascend upon my throne to rule, according to my judgment. Be thou criminal, pauper, or noble, thy claim is decided not by stature or trial. I shall bear witness. From this heavenly seat I am nigh omnipotent. Look to the faces carved upon this rock, and see thou the faces of the chosen. I shall brook no sabotage or obstruction of this trial. Let all hear me and obey.
This king kind of sucks. Poor Grius. I love it when the election is held by a giant floating moon rock head.
Damned!
Hey, Grius! Grius!
Damn it!
Luis!
Alcest.
What now?
The sun sets on old fossils. It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis as king.
Who's this?
Stand down!
Damned meddlers. So your wish is to die, is it? Your bones will be monuments to Lord Luis's glory!
Your outfit is atrocious.
No! He defiles the dead!
Ah, but Lord Luis has sent me here on an important errand.
What errand?
It seems I'll need considerable time to accumulate the Magla. Until it's done, however, I'm afraid I'll have to borrow the cathedral. The day the king's mourning ends will become the day of calamity. If you mean to interfere, then die.
Wait, so Luis is allowed to do this? Are you seeing this, people?
Stand strong!
The souls of the dead do not return. He manipulates them as puppets with foul magic.
Brace yourselves, everyone!
Peril!
Yes. What is this? What the hell is this?
Like how you can see the giant defeated human thing in the background.
Stroll, get a hold of yourself. We've got company.
What am I supposed to do? Got to stay calm. Calm. Damn it, I can't focus.
I don't have any AoE attacks. No, he has anxiety. What a time. Party members have a chance to be afflicted with anxiety in two circumstances: when you're ambushed into battle, or when they receive critical hit from the enemy during battle. Allies afflicted with anxiety will be unable to control archetype skills, and attacks against them won't consume enemy turn icons, among other things. Pay special attention to this status ailment.
Sorry
Well, that
about
sucks.
that. I'll be alright.
Here they come. Brace yourselves. Stroll's anxiety is spiking. Keep the enemies off him.
I can't control my archetype abilities.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Well, actually, that's kind of what I needed you to do anyways.
Wind!
Stroll's anxious, and they're targeting him.
Stop attacking Stroll! No, they get infinite turns when they attack him.
Oh, please! I call upon royal power within! Hack and slash! Tougher than I thought.
The
I
freedom
didn't
of
even
a
kill him.
wanderer. Seeker! With healing power.
My thanks.
I should have attacked the other guy that was already low.
Are you prepared?
It's okay. We can do
The
freedom.
Well, I just noticed there's a giant moon in the middle of the screen now. Fantastic. I like that.
I shall vanquish
I love the
evil.
giant
I'll cut you down.
Majora's Mask moon.
Not bad, if I say so myself. Where'd that man go?
The king is the new Rock of... I was just thinking about Rock of Ages.
Did he take soldiers into the cathedral?
There should be a mausoleum nearby. Could you take his body there?
Yes, right away.
Take care with him, please. He was a dear friend. He gave his all for the king. For the royal bloodline. The least he deserves is dignity in death. My name is Hulkenberg. I have a question for you.
That is not how I expected your name to be, or what your name to be. You're the Hulk, is that what you're telling me? You're like the Hulk's sister or something.
That power you wield, it is not something they teach in the army. You are no ordinary soldier.
And you? You're clearly more than a guard captain.
See, that's the thing I don't understand, is that... Like, my character has a first name, but no last name. And then these other characters have first and last names, but we call them by their last names. But we're not, like, in an explicitly, like, Japanese setting. So I find that kind of weird.
I am a knight in the Crown's service. Commanding the guard is not my station's duty, but... these are dire times.
A knight?
And you pretend at soldiery. But that matter can wait. Alsays seem to know you.
Who dat?
Who is that?
We'll have time for debate after we apprehend that mage. He's after the royal scepter, I'm sure of it.
The royal scepter?
Please, someone, help!
How'd you get behind us?
Please help. I've still got family inside.
Did he trap civilians in the cathedral?
Oh, you came out from the cathedral.
Yes, my family and more.
I don't envy their chances if he finds them helpless.
I am honor bound as a knight to answer that plea. I would ask your aid as well, if you might give it.
Does it not tarnish the Royal Knights to enlist the aid of strangers?
I haven't the luxury of refusing able fighters.
If I turn back here, I'd never be able to face Grius. Any objections, my friend?
None that would stop you, I expect.
Wait, let me shake your hand, Hulkenberg, please.
You know me so well already. Let's just watch out for those accursed skeletons.
Gotta hurry.
Over here!
See, even if there is an in-universe reason for why we call them by their last names, I feel like that's a pretty relevant thing that I shouldn't have to go scour in my books for. Like, I feel like it's something they should tell me at some point and not just suddenly start doing it. If it's relevant to the story, right? Like, it's just very odd.
What now?
I saw it did autosave, but you know, fine. Yeah, I was gonna end it there, but then there was no actual save point, except for, I guess, the autosave. Should I just rely on the autosave then?
What now?
It's here. I just feel... my autosave is an hour after my regular save. I just don't feel comfortable leaving it on an autosave. I mean, it's there. I'll just have to trust in the autosave.
What now?
Okay, let me say my initial thoughts, although I've been kind of giving them off during the entire stream. Like, I think obviously this is a polished game, right? And like the gameplay is fine, but it's not that I'm not enjoying it. I am enjoying it, but it's not really gripping me. Like, there's nothing here that's really like super interesting to me. Like, the world I thought might have been kind of interesting, but then, like I was saying before, it was like, I know this is made, obviously everyone's gonna draw comparisons to, well, going into this game before having ever played it, everyone was gonna draw similarities between it and Persona regardless, right? But the fact that they lean so much into the Persona, like right down to the social stats, social link, the Velvet Room, like the Personas, it doesn't, they're not even really trying to make it their own kind of thing, which, fair to them if that's what they were going for. I would have kind of liked to see something a little different, just for the fact of, I just would have preferred it to be different, personally. Not that it's a bad thing. I also find I'm not really attached to any of these characters. I mean, I don't want to say they don't have any personality, because that's not exactly true, but they don't really have any charm points either. Like, their designs don't really do it for me, which might be different for everyone, but, like, everyone is... the only thing they ever talk about is what they're going to do going ahead in the plot. So on a personal level, I don't really feel like I know any of the characters as they are as their personalities. And there was just so much like exposition dump, and it wasn't like egregious. It wasn't as bad as other games I've seen, but there were definitely a lot of points where there was a lot of talking and a lot of like nonsense talking too. Like everything that comes out of Moore's mouth is like, you could have summed everything up in like 2 words instead of going on for so long about nothing. So, and it's not to say that I don't like exposition and I don't like talking, but I just feel like it's not done in a way that's like super interesting to me. And I think the world has potential to be interesting. But then nothing about the plot. I mean, I guess the giant moon, the Moon King, caught me by surprise. That was not something I was expecting, but like I'm hoping that it kind of gets like interesting to the point of like a little bit unpredictable, I guess. It's still too early for me to really say. I'm still gonna get this game. I'm still going to play through it all, and maybe my opinion will change. But I'm not like, wow, I really can't wait for the next stream to play this game because I really want to know what happens. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, this is a place to leave it. And maybe that will change as we go. I don't know. We'll see. But it's still a fair game, I think. Am I being too harsh on it? I don't know. I do find a lot of opportunities to give, like, sassy commentary. And also, the other thing is that, like, the theme of the game, like, the story of the game, at its core, is, like, supposed to be a little bit more... I don't want to say the word adult, but, like, you know, it's a succession of the king, there's an assassination, there's blood, there's, like, political stuff going on. Like, it's not, like, a child's story, right? But yet, a lot of the concepts they bring around, it feels like it's like a child trying to tell a grown-up story. Like, a lot of the words they keep using, like, take a shot every time they say the word fantasy, mission, noble. Like, it's like these lofty ideals, but no one in the real world speaks like that. Like, no one goes around just saying, like, well, to be a noble, this is my noble thing. Well, that's the noble thing to do. Well, I am a noble, and, well, my goal is to be noble, so I gotta do this because that's what a noble does, because I want to be a noble. Like, no one speaks like that, even in, like, these fairy tales of fiction. It just comes across as a little bit unintentionally campy, but I know that's not what they're going for. Or like, we got, like I kept saying at the beginning, we have to do our mission. You know, the mission. I have to go do the mission, which is more important than my life because it's my mission. And if I don't do this mission, then my life has no purpose without my mission. Like, it's, they keep saying these words that I think are supposed to be impactful, but it just sounds cartoonish by that point because they're just saying it so much. And I think that kind of takes away from it. Because again, I think at its core, the story has something interesting, but maybe the actual writing itself. And I don't know, right, to what extent is that a localization choice of words, or if that's actually built into the original DNA of the game, which could be either. And regardless of the answer to that question, my opinion towards how it's being presented to me now does not change. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely be playing this again. I hope to finish the demo in another stream. Probably Sunday. I'm gonna try to finish the rest of the demo on that Sunday, so it might be a slightly longer stream. If it does take me a 5 or 6 hour stream, I'm fine with that. I won't dawdle too much, but yeah, we'll see. So tomorrow there's no stream scheduled. In the meantime, though, I do need to go do the extra collectibles in Astrobot, and then I will be doing the challenge level in Astrobot. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on stream or off stream, depending on how easy or hard it is for me. So Monday's stream is going to be up in the air. Monday could be more Astrobot to finish it off, or maybe I'll take a day off if I do Astrobot off stream. Or if for whatever reason I don't finish Metaphor Demo on Sunday, we'll finish it on Monday. But I think one stream should be enough for me. Artistically, though, I really like the style of this game. Again, it feels like they're trying to be a little bit too Persona-y or Persona 5-ish. I feel like in some areas it's a little bit unnecessary. Like, the art's nice, don't get me wrong. The art is nice, even if I don't like the character designs. But, like, some of the menus just, they look stylish. Like, not this menu, but some of the menus, they look stylish, but not really functional. And when you're just running around in town, I feel like there's too much stuff on the screen, like too much random chatter on the sides of the screen that is really unnecessary. And there were quite a few stints where it felt like our little navigator, Gallica, was talking way too much in battle. And, like, I know she's trying to be like the navigators in Persona, but it feels like there were a couple sections where it felt like she needed to comment on absolutely every single little action that you did. And it was like, you don't need to comment on every time I move my finger. It just feels like a little bit too much. But at least her voice is nice, so it's not annoying to hear, but it's just kind of like, can I just enjoy the battle and not hear you talk for a little bit is kind of like what I'm feeling sometimes. It feels like a little bit too much peanut gallery commentary sometimes, which is a little bit distracting. And then the way that they presented the tutorials, they just like, some of them are just text boxes, but I feel like a lot of them are very repetitive. And I know, again, it's a new IP, so I can be forgiving of them lore dumping and being a little bit too specific on the tutorials, but sometimes it felt like they tried to over-tutorialize me on something, like as if I was a baby. And it almost feels like maybe that's a little bit insulting. But again, it's a new IP being brought out to everyone, so maybe they just want to cover all their bases. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just being too harsh. We'll see. I don't want to say that I'm not enjoying this, because I am enjoying it, but I'm definitely not hyped. We'll see. That's my thoughts on this. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you so much for the raids and the new follows. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, I do have all my VODs up on YouTube. We recently finished Astrobot, so the Astrobot VODs are going up on stream. But I've also played horror games, action games, RPGs, visual novels, mystery games, fighting games, a lot of different things. Yeah, thank you so much for coming by, everyone. Let's see if there's someone that we can raid at this time. Let's see. There doesn't appear to be really anyone that I know that's streaming right now, that I know well enough to kind of raid now. So you know what? Let's just call it a night. Yeah, let's just call it a night. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you on Sunday for more Metaphor, and we'll finish up the demo. Take care. Bye, froggy friends.